For the big man!
The most comprehensive football and netball coverage across the great South Coast. Broadcasting your match of the day on 94.5 FM and online.
Kick over the top to Matty Wines. He plays on, runs onto that customary left foot. Out in front of bat. Pulls in a screamer. Oh. Put it down.
An English gather he can. Dances around, short kick, looking for a teammate in Alexander. Goes by hand to wrench to Alexander. Oh, good tackle.
Led by Matty Stewart and your number one local footy call team.
Katie Lovell kicks on its way. Is it going to fade back? Oh, big grab at the goal square.
Well done, McKinnon. Thompson, can he get the handball out to Gordon? Gordon sells one tackle. They're asking for holding the ball. They get it, the Eagles.
For Clinton Bolsch, Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, Harvey Norman Computers, Sungold Milk, and McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central. This is 3YBFM's Hampden League Live.
At Lucas Brothers Butchers with easy, convenient drive-through. Corner of Banyan and Lava Streets, Warrnambool.
If you've been injured, make the call. Find out if you have a claim. Madden's Lawyers is the region's most experienced injury compensation firm. Make the call. Madden's Lawyers.
On 3YBFM, this is Hampden League Live for Clinton Bolsch, Warrnambool Nissan, Roma Bricknell MP, and Madden's Lawyers.
Welcome to Hampden League Live. Welcome to our viewers on the 3YBFM Facebook page as well. We are looking forward to a big game of Hampden League football this afternoon. Round 16, South Warrnambool hosting the North Warrnambool Eagles. Good conditions out there, slight breeze. Both sides out there warming up and ready for a bounce down very, very soon. Possum Kelly, Greg Eyes-Carlson and Alan Blackburn are part of the call team this afternoon. Possum and Eyes, we're sort of talking a bit before, who's going to get more out of this game? Obviously, the Eagles, still want that top three, that double chance position. The South Warrnambool Roosters, more than likely to hold, but a number of returning faces into the team. So how do you sort of see this afternoon panning out?
I don't think there'll be too much ducks and drakes, to be fair. Trent made the comment about, there's these two sides will meet again. Put it that way. We know that. At least one more time for the year. Might be maybe a couple. But I think both sides will want to be, even though they'll be open to tweaking still and some things that they may see as not working and they'll change it around a bit or whatever. I still see both sides going out full on to get this one under their belt from a confidence point of view and a momentum point of view. Because like you said, there might only be 5 or 6 games total left for both of these clubs for the year. So I think you want to have it right now, and particularly when South Warrnambool brought so many fellas back and their coach said there might even be 2 or 3 more next week. I think you want to get them as settled and in position as you can, because there's not much time to be switching them and swinging them around still now, Trent, is there? So, and I spoke about the fact that North Warrnambool as well, could still drop a top 3 position, and this year more than ever, that's not something you want to be doing, I think, because it is pretty even. So, interesting. South Warrnambool's at home, but they've made a lot of changes. So how quick do they settle all of them blokes back in? It's just got a lot of interesting aspects to it, this game.
Who you tipping?
Geez, honestly...
It's a flip of the coin.
It is a tough... I reckon I might go for North, just because they might be playing for just a tad more, and are some of the... As good as they are some of the South blokes just a tad on the rusty side. When you make 9 changes to any side, I reckon it comes with a little bit of downside. So I'm going to say North Warrnambool.
Poss, who are you tipping?
Yeah, I'm with Eyes in terms of how they'll both go about it. I don't think they'll be looking too much into the future. I think they'll be just going hard at it today, and each of them trying to win and expose each other in different areas. But again, I'm with Eyes. I think we spoke on Wednesday night, Hilly, on the online show, that when you asked for a tip, I said just toss the coin, because I think it's a bit like that. But I'm a little bit with Eyes. I think the Eagles may be starting to get a little bit more settled. I think they're starting to get possibly their best side on the ground. There's a couple missing today they'll want to get back. As I said, there's been a little bit of inconsistency of South that comes in, comes out, so you sort of don't get that bit of continuity over a number of weeks. So I'll go with North, but look, it certainly wouldn't surprise me if South win.
I want to go for the Roosters. I always think they always play well here at the Friendly Societies Park, and with the star power that's in the lineup, they're going to be hard to beat this afternoon. Placky, Tip for you, mate. Who you think's going to get the job done?
Yeah, good question, mate. I'm going for the Roosters at home. So,
2-2 we are.
So changes, a lot of changes I know to come in, but probably the Roosters for me.
Here we go. Umpire Lockheed with the ball up in the air. Callett's going to go up against Bridgewater. A couple of youngsters going at it, and Bridgewater got the tap down. Dragged off the football was Herman. Gathered. Free kick, and that's Jet Herman. They're going to play on. They'll go to the half-forward line. Nice kick. Oh, slipping over was Dye. It's inside forward 50. Henderson up against Wines. A matchup that's going to be one to watch. Archie Stevens in there. He's back from his Carlton VFL duties. And they see it over the boundary line, right on the tip of the 50-metre arc. The Roosters kicking to the city end goals, while the Eagles are kicking towards the abattoir end of the ground. Any key matchups, Eyes or Blackie, that you can see to start off this game?
I'm still getting my head around it, to be honest with you, Trent. Let me report back to you in a couple of seconds on that one, eh?
So Jet Herman, another free kick. So 2 free kicks to the number 29. He might have the running roll on Birmingham, and a nice spearing pass to Jack Dye. And what a great recruit he's been. He's going to kick on a 45-degree angle from 45 metres out. And I'll tell you what, not an easy kick, Black, is when you're in this pocket, all thanks to Rent for Keeps.
Yeah, it's pretty tough, mate. The wind blowing down that end, but it's going to be tough to kick them from the where they get changed in that pocket. So pretty tough going.
Jack Dye's kicked 34 goals this season. He's been a real important foil in that South Warrnambool Roosters forward line, and looking to kick the first of the afternoon here in front of a big crowd. So Jack Dye comes in, improves the angle, works it around nicely. He's going to drop short and punched over the line on the last line defence by Callett for a minor score. So on the Shojin concrete scoreboard, the Roosters go to 1 behind, and that's 1:43 on the battery wheel time clock.
Yeah, and Adam Wines will have kick-in duties for the North Warrnambool Eagles. So the Roosters off to a pretty good start. He goes short and picks out his brother there in Lukey Wines. So Luke Wines tucked in on that back pocket. South getting numbers back, which is good, and flooding. It comes back. Galachan gets back, but not before a good mark's taken there by Jackson Grundy. So on the half-back flank, on the bar side in front of Ash Kelson here this afternoon, Jackson Grundy. He's got a 50-metre penalty. Now, there's a kick actually further up the ground's going to be paid here, boys. So it's going to go out there towards Jack Burke. So I'm not sure what happened there. Something off the ball. Jack Burke goes short to Birmingham, gets it back to Burke, kicks the ball long into the pocket. It's swinging around. Vardy's there, but he won't get across enough. And the ball has been forced over the line and out of bounds by Liam Mullen. And we'll have a boundary throw in that forward pocket at the midfield meets end of the ground. Rent for Keeps, Ellen Blackburn.
Yeah, that win probably cost 3 or 4 goals. Could be down to the town end, so pretty significant breeze down there.
Hot football inside forward 50. It was Porter, got the handball out. In there was Felix Jones. He's all wrapped up. And we'll have a stoppage inside forward 50. Who's got the job on Vardy, Eyes?
Liam Mullen, is it? I'm just trying to, because he's been hanging around the centre and then dropping into the forward line, so it's a little bit hard. He's had a number of opponents at this time, but I think it might have been
I'd say Harry Lee for mine, mate.
No, Harry Lee's on Billy Smets, or has been.
Yeah, no, he's coming onto it.
Now he is, yeah. But certainly Harry early on was matching up with Billy Smets, so it looks like when he goes deep forward it's going to be Harry, which is fair enough too, I think.
Birmingham gets the free kick. I didn't see what that was quite for, but Birmingham
took a mark.
Oh, he took a mark.
Yep.
So Birmingham, he'll kick from 40 to the midfield at meets end of the ground, comes in, good kick off the boots, and I reckon he's just
faded late. It was coming back the right way, wasn't it? Might be a short shift breeze out there. We'll get a report from Blackie soon, but
I just did a report just not long ago.
Oh, did you? I want a new report. I don't believe it.
Yeah, going down to the town end.
The wind's changed
as normal with them trees gone. It's a bit more significant now, I think, too.
I love it. So the kick-in found Isaac Thomas in the back pocket for South. No club, no, either side's had plenty of clear, flowy footy yet. Up they go. The 150 gamer in Kelly goes up and takes a strong mark in front of Jenkinson. He goes short, risky, coming over the top, affecting the Spurs. Wines gets it across there to, that was number 22, so it was Tommy Keese. Keese got it across to McKinnon. McKinnon goes in looking for Vardy from behind. He couldn't take the mark. Ball spills to ground, comes out there towards South with an opportunity now down the ground looking for Henderson. Henderson and Wines. Adam Wines there. Henderson overrun it. It allowed Wines to go back and pick it up. Got a handball back. Oh, nice use of the football there. It was by Big Callett. He got it across there to number 15, which is Austin Sinclair. He goes long. Big pack of players. Up they go. Numbers at the back for South, and they'll relieve. The little short kick goes across and finds Archie Stevens.
Good kick. You'll go further down the ground looking for Hussey over the shoulder and a free kick on centre wing out of side.
And a couple of matchups, Hilly. As we said, Adam Wines has got Henderson, and Tommy Banton's got the job on Shannon Beck. So a couple of good matchups there, boys.
Absolutely. They go switch the kick to Mullen side defensive 50. Goes to true centre half back, and the other co-captain of the South Warrnambool Roosters has the ball in hand, and Liam Ewell. Nice kick. Finds Farley. The left footer short, and he finds a nice bit of touch there to Sam Thompson. He'll go further down the ground to his brother. Nick will come to the outer side wing, has to hit Galashan. And some uncontested football here. Daisy cut a kick, not a great one there by Galashan. Picked up nicely. Here's Nick Thompson from 45, looking for Henderson. Under the punt with the handball. Good tackle, play on. Gathered by Nick Thompson. Smothered nicely there by Harry Keese. Comes back out towards the 50. Ewell gathers. Handball's back, looking to get a bit of territory. Bridgewater barging through, and a good, nice, heavy tackle there on Bailey Keese, and he gets the free kick for his great work there at cross halfback.
Yeah, a lot of contested stuff early, so the ball comes out towards Smets. Billy Smets goes down the line looking for Vardy. Did well, half volley, nice pick up. It came out the back there towards Keese. That was Harry. He goes down the line. A diving attempt out there. Might have been by Vardy, but he couldn't take the mark. No, it was Smets, I think, before the ball goes over the line out of bounds to that far outer side on the Greyhound track side here of the Friendly Societies Park this afternoon, about 60 metres around from the South Warrnambool goal. So it's going to be boundary thrown. It's going to be Callett and Bridgewater. They'll have a ding-dong tussle today. Callett got front position. Bridgewater came over the top. Neither player really got a clear bounce. It came back there towards Thompson. His kick was smothered or partially. On hands and knees there. That might have been little Felix Jones, I think, but clearing kick was by Stevens, getting a little bit early. It goes over the top of it. Nice little tap on by Dye to the advantage of... that was Henderson, but he couldn't take it. It comes back to Dye, back to Henderson, but not before it goes over the line. Right in front of the Shojin concrete scoreboard here this afternoon. We played 7 minutes on the Battery World time clock, one behind each. And for Sinnott Stats Eyes, there's not a lot happening in terms of, there's a lot of inside 50s, but no clear ball really coming inside 50 issues.
No, South Warrnambool, though, inside 50s counts pretty good. They've had it in there 5 times, and only the 1 point scored, though, so... compared to North Warrnambool's 3 times inside forward 50, there's not a lot of return for either side for having the ball in there at this point.
There isn't.
Free kick to Will White, a head-high tackle, and Will's had a great year with the GWV Rebels in the NAB Cup competition. Back for his first game for a little while in the Roosters colours, and he'll have a shot from about 35 metres out. Slightish angle, comes in, high kick. Looks pretty good off the boot, and that's the first of the day from Will White, an exciting youngster.
From a young man, isn't it?
And a Lucas Brothers snag of the day contender at the 8-minute mark, and the Roosters get the first blood. 1-1-7 on the Shojin concrete scoreboard. North Warrnambool 1 behind. And as I said, 8 minutes gone on the Battery World time clock, but a nice finish, Eyes.
Oh, he's a quality player, and you just get the sense when you talked about Ostello, the coach of South Warrnambool, that he's well and truly in their best side, and they'd be keen to have him as often as they can get him from here on in.
And down on the boundary, rent for keeps Alan Blackburn. He actually backed himself to kick it too. He got the free kick, went back and took responsibility, which is good.
Yeah, good long kick too, wasn't it? Left-footed, backed himself in 45 metres. Just an update on the netball. Last quarter coming in, South Warrnambool up by 2, so pretty tight, boys.
Good contest there. The ball spills out towards Hussey from that centre bounce. A nice smother applied there by Jones. There's another little kick goes towards the favour of Kelly. Couldn't control it. Numbers getting back for the Eagles. One of them out there was Bailey Keese. He eventually got it across there to Sinclair down the line, but a good contested mark taken there by Liam Mullen for the Roosters. So Mullen is on wing position right in front of us in the commentary box here this afternoon. Shojin concrete scoreboard 1-1-7. The Roosters 1 behind North. Goes down to Becks. He couldn't quite control it. Here's a chance for our little mate down there, little Maxie Irving, but he's wrapped up in a tackle. He's like the little the Ginnivan of the Hampden League, is little Maxie.
He stirs him up a beauty, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a river. I love him. So there'll be a ball up here as he picked out a free kick. Now it's going to be a ball up. So a lot of players around the footy. So it's going to be Callett and Becks. Bex gets front position, won the tap. It came towards Hussey, but he couldn't control it. It'll go over the line, out of bounds, right in front of the bar at the Friendly Societies this afternoon. Good little crowd in attendance early. Second V3. Big contest heading towards finals here this afternoon. Battery wheel time clock we've ticked into about 6 minutes. Is it on the scoreboard? It's a bit hard to read there. So Bex was shuffled out of position there, and he's going to get a free kick because Kellett did nothing but grab him and sling him. So Bex, he's 70 metres out. He's got a player wide. It's Thompson. This is Nick Thompson. He's got a chance for a flying shot at goal from 45. Is it going to make the distance? Did anyone touch it? Just a little hand in there from the North Warrnambool Eagles. I think it was by Lukey Wine. So just one behind. So 1-2-8 on the Shojans concrete scoreboard. That's the South Warrnambool Roosters. They lead the North Warrnambool Eagles. Eyes are on one behind.
Yeah, an interesting game of cat and mouse, and I can see Blackie down there waving his hands, showing what's happening here. There's a wave of players getting back behind the footy. Whenever either side seems to have a little run forward, and they're just making sure that scoring of goals is not going to be an easy thing here on the friendlies today, Blackie.
Yeah, the flood's on. There's no players behind the centre circle, so fairly making it difficult for South to score.
What do you reckon the breeze is worth to the city and Blackie?
Yeah, 2 to 3 goals at least, Hilly. Not much from the outside, but when you get it out onto the ground, it's probably 2 or 3 goals, I reckon, for sure.
So 7 points to the margin, 11 minutes gone in this first term, brought to you by Harvey Norman Computers. Steve Walker and the team do a great job out there in Raglan Parade. Snoozy Wines gets the football, trying to break through a cluster of South Warrnambool midfielders, numbering 4, Yule, Stevens, Herman.
Good player, Archie Stevens. Just so clean with the football.
Yeah. Reads the ball so well too, doesn't he? And he's in there again. He's been absolutely terrific. He's high in our voting in the Pit Stop Menswear MVP, and he's played quite a few games at Carlton, the VFL as well.
Looks fit.
He's a gun.
Kicked 3 goals and had 18 touches about 2 weeks ago for the Blues in the VFL. Goes forward. Good kick. Oh, looking for Gallishan, and that was, that could have been a free kick for mine. There wasn't a lot of eye on the ball on that occasion. And Batson a little bit hobbly there. Gallishan just taking a bit of time to get up. And we'll have a stoppage inside forward 50. So 7 points to the margin. Umpire Lockheed getting the ball in hand. And it's going to be Ricky Henderson nominating the ruck duties against Benny Kellett. So Henderson gets it out of the pack, gets the handball forward, looking for Gallishan. Taken off the ball. And they will see it over the boundary line for a boundary throw. And so some really close checking around the contest, Blackie and Eyes.
There is, mate. He could have got another free there for holding the man. But anyway, it's pretty crowded in that forward line, so it's going to be tough to kick a goal from a stoppage.
Yeah, no team has been able to make clean breaks and have any real flow at the moment. So this boundary throw-in is going to be contested by Kellett and Henderson. Kellett got it down, comes out towards Tate Porter, knocks onto the advantage of Jones. Might have copped one too high. No, said the umpire. Snooze Wines comes in to lend assistance.
Whoa.
Oh, he's played holding the ball. Gee.
That was a lady. That was a late one.
Very tough on Jones. I thought he didn't have a lot of opportunity there. And the free kick's going to go to Henderson. Now, he's a big, long kick, Henderson. We know that. He kicked 26 goals this season too, which is a pretty good return. He's going to kick from about, will be just outside 50 when he makes contact, but he's, again, seems confident. 1-8 the Roosters, one behind North Warrnambool. Ricky Henderson comes in, kicks from right on 50, drop punt on its way. It's a good-looking kick, but it's gone to the left. It's going to score it all. Yeah, just snuck in for one behind. So 1-3-9 on the Shojans concrete scoreboard. That's the Roosters. They lead the North Warrnambool Eagles, who are just one behind. We've played 13 and a half minutes on the battery wheel time clock. First quarter action. Eyes Kelson, brought to you by Harvey Norman.
Yeah, we spoke, of course, about Stevens and what a great player he is. He's the grandson of Phil Stevens, isn't he? That represented both Geelong and there was 2 VFL clubs that, was it Fitzroy or no?
Might have been St Kilda, wasn't it?
St Kilda it was in fact. So, and he went to Geelong as a 17-year-old and as a half-forward flanker, so he must be sort of similar style is what I'm thinking.
Yep. Rantel, spearing pass, just couldn't quite grab it on the last grasp. There was Kelly, and the Eagles defenders on him straight away, and we'll have a stoppage inside the forward 50 for the Roosters. Blackie, all thanks to Syndicate Account Stats, Dan Uterend for keeps. Forward 50 entries this quarter.
Yeah, 7 to the Roosters for 2 marks inside 50 and only to 3 for the North Warrnambool Eagles. So Roosters need to get on the scoreboard, I think, boys.
And a free kick's going to be here for the Roosters. A tackle by Will White, and he's a little enigma, isn't he? He's just got a little bit of spunk about him, and a nice tackle there on Smets. Wasn't able to get the ball out, and he'll have a shot for his second, and the Roosters' second from about 25 metres out. And I reckon, looking at Billy's body language, wasn't really happy with the decision made there, but you can't change it.
He's much closer this time. He's already had a teaser shot, hasn't he? So he's in a much better position.
50 metres too.
Now he's made an absolute certainty of it.
That'd have to be for what?
Might have been
I'd say.
Talking?
maybe a bit of talking.
Having a little chat to
Well, we'll put this
Gavin
down.
Sell.
Well, that's the second of the day for the...
They're probably getting fair return now, given we're probably halfway through the quarter of Blackie.
Look out, she's not over yet. Hang on.
Just a little spot fire. And I just had a text there, Eyes. You were just speaking about Phil Stevens, great uncle to Archie.
Great uncle.
Great uncle.
Sorry. On a semi-right track.
Absolutely.
Number 4, good player he was, wasn't he? Phil back in the day. Number 4 for the...
I'll bet he wouldn't apologise.
So back here, it's 2-3-15, the Roosters, one behind the North Warrnambool Eagles. They're kicking to the city end goals, the Roosters, and Will White, back for his first game for quite a while, has kicked 2 goals, and we've played 15 minutes on the battery wheel time clock.
Nathan Vardy in the ruck for the North Warrnambool Eagles. Kick off the ground was by Bridgewater. It came to the advantage there of the little fella. Oh, it's pushing the back, surely, against our mate little Maxie Irving. No, said the umpire on the balls. No, he's picked out a free kick here. Might have been deliberate out of bounds, was it?
Max is not happy either.
He's not, but
he got a push in the back.
Yeah, the free kick's going to go to Sinclair. So Sinclair off half-back in front of the Shojin concrete scoreboard, which shows us a 14-point advantage to the Roosters. It comes across to Lukey Wines. We'll go round the grounds just shortly. So Luke Wines tucked in the back pocket again, getting numbers back. Really hard to any fluency from either side. Wines goes down the line, over the top that time of Matthew Wines, and the ball's gone over the line, out of bounds. Will be about to throw in about 65 metres around from the South Warrnambool goal.
Let's go around the grounds, all thanks to the McLaren Hunt Financial Group. Aaron Spooky Sinnott's looking after Warrnambool in Camperdown up at the Red Oval. Spooky, great to have you on, mate, and what's the score in your game?
How you going, Les? Yep, no, we just started here this 8-minute mark of the first quarter. It's Camperdown 1-1-7 to no score, Warrnambool. So beautiful day up here. Camperdown probably got a couple goal breeze to the north end. So, but it's a good start to the game.
Beautiful work. Back here at the friendly, Sam Catley, a nice stretching mark inside forward 50, and they've really dominated the forward 50s this quarter, the Roosters, and he'll look to kick his first goal of his 150th game here this afternoon. 25 metres out, almost directly in front, and this could push the Roosters up by 20 points. So Kelly comes in, straight through the middle. He's kicked his first goal of the afternoon, Sam Kelly, and the Roosters third. 3-3-21 to the North Warrnambool Eagles, one behind, and that's on the Shojin concrete scoreboard. Let's go up to the Cobden Rec Reserve. Cobden take you on Hamilton. Henry Robertson's our man. Good afternoon to you, Henry, and what's the latest in your game?
G'day, boys. How are we? We're at the 22-minute mark of the first quarter. It's Cobden 2-4-16, leading Hamilton 2-1-13. And Paul Peakin's just having a shot now, so if you hang on, I'll be able to tell you what he does.
Beautiful work.
No, he's missed it, boys. So 2-4-16, 2-1-13.
Lovely work. And up at Terang Mortlake, we've got Tony Jackson looking after Terang Mortlake in Portland. Jacko, thanks for joining us, mate. What's the latest in your game?
Well, the siren's just gone, and it's 3-2-20 apiece with Paddy Haylock coming in for a shot on goal, and he's just kicked a point. So Portland will be up by a point, 20-21.
Beautiful work. Thanks, Jacko. We'll catch up with you around the grounds a little bit later on. Back here, it's a 20-point lead to the South Warrnambool Roosters. And on the Battery World time clock, we've played 18.5 minutes. Alan Blackburn.
Yeah, probably about right. 20 points, I reckon, is about the advantage of the wind kicking down that end so far. So any scores now to either side is going to be a distinctive advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. If North could peg one back, then certainly it's probably even Stevens, isn't it?
Yeah, too high tackle there on Tate Porter. He's been in a lot, gets it across there towards Birmingham. Little chip over the top was good too. And he's played on Keast. Now he's in a little bit of trouble because he's going to have to retreat. Now he decides to go to the top of the square looking for Vardy. Good spoil applied there out by South. That was by Jed Henderson. Here's a chance. Oh, gee, a lot of players going in hard here. I think we'll see a ball up. We will. Gavin Sell says, give it to me, boys. I'll throw it down about 40 metres.
Don't know why Keast played on there. What did he play on for? He probably could have nearly had a shot or hit someone up, couldn't he?
Yeah, at least get it.
Put himself under pressure.
Yeah, at least get it to the top of the square. So good defending by the Roosters. Roosters. The ball comes back towards the centre. Henderson couldn't get it. Come to Adam Wines. Got it across to Lukey Wines. He goes short and a good kick too. Comes to Porter. He's been in everything. Wines on the run. 45 metres. Long kick to an open goal square over the top. Might have just got a hand to it. I think he did. That was by Harry Lee. So good defence by the Roosters. Yeah, a Matco higher player of the day contender there to Harry Lee. Just a fingertip was all he needed to snuff out a goal to North. So the Eagles go into 2 behinds, 2 points. They trail the Roosters 3-3-21. 20 minutes, Battery World Time Clock, Harvey Norman, first quarter here, Friendly Societies Park, Hampden League Live.
And Graham Hoy, who knows everything, of course, our great mate, he has said umpire called not 15 for Keast having to play on. So well done. There's 4 of us in the commentary box, Graham, and we didn't pick that up.
I think it was about 20 metres, wasn't 15.
It looked it. That's probably what made it confusing.
Hey, boys, free kick here. I didn't see what the free kick was for, but a 50-metre penalty, and this is going to give the North Warrnambool Eagles their first goal of the afternoon. So they're not mucking about the umpires. They're meaning business. And as we see
3
the
changes
player coming in.
Keast.
Yep, Keast. So Bailey Keast, the inclusion this week, kicks his first of the day and the first for the Eagles. So they cut back that margin to 13 points, 128 to 3-3-21. That's on the Shojin Concrete scoreboard. And, one they probably really needed, I reckon, Ice.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, with this little bit of an advantage to the town end that South Warrnambool was kicking, we spoke about it only a couple of minutes ago, but it's probably evened things up pretty much now. And particularly if North could fire the next one with still about probably 7 or 8 minutes in the quarter, well, probably gives them a little advantage, Trent.
Absolutely, it does. Beautifully done, Eyes Kelson for centre stats. Down to the boundary, Rent for Keeps, Alan Blackburn. And, it's a tight contest.
It is a tight contest, and centre break there was good, and I don't know what the 50 was for, but you got to be disciplined, and can't give away easy goals like that. Both sides have given one away, so it's all even on that department, boys.
Kelly, centre half forward, a big punch there from Galashan. And a free kick holding the ball.
Dear, oh dear.
And that's against the North Warrnambool Eagles. So Kelly's going to get the result free kick. He's got a few runners that are running by. They're uncontested. Whoops. He'll go long inside forward 50. Henderson's the direction. Palm down by Jetty Birmingham. Good hard work. And there is Becks, and a free kick's been pulled out there for the North Warrnambool Eagles. And it was over the shoulder of Luke Wines. And Wines in that left-hand back pocket up the city end goals here at the Friendly Societies Park will take the resultant free kick. 3-3-21, the Roosters, 1-2-8 the Eagles. Outside 50, big fly by Ransell, almost in the hands of Mullen, just waited patiently. Bridgewater finds its teammates. Kick inside forward 50 by McCluggage, and a reaching mark almost taken by Wines. Gathered by White. Kicks to the top of the square, a one-on-one. Henderson almost drags it down, sockets it off the boot, but a free kick's been called. He was dragged down to the top of the 10-yard goal square.
He uses his body so well, Henderson.
Positioning.
And he did it on the previous occasion when the ball was in there and just wasn't quite able to grab it, but he just holds his feet and uses his body beautifully.
Comes in, and he kicks his first of the afternoon, and a reply of the North Warrnambool goal only minutes ago, and the Eagles now trailing by 19 points. It's 4-3-27. The North Warrnambool Eagles 1-2-8. Shojin Concrete scoreboard. And we've got about 3 and a bit minutes left in this first term. All thanks to Harvey Norman Computers, Ice Calston and Black as Blackburn.
Yeah, Austin Sinclair was the one on him one-on-one, got caught down there, and maybe the stronger Lukey Wines might have been better, but anyway, used his body well, Henderson, and a good reply, Ice.
Yeah, absolutely it was, and he had a crucial goal, and again swings the momentum back that little bit to South Warrnambool. It's going to be a cracking game of football, and it's probably just whoever gets the best reward for value going forward, isn't it?
Yeah, 19-point advantage now to the Roosters, and we're just about done for our Harvey Norman first quarter action, but still plenty of time, still a bit of time for either side to score again. So up it goes. It's Callett in Bridgewater. Bridgewater got the tap down, come to Matty Wines, got it out the back to Smith. Smith got it out the back again to Henderson. Henderson goes down the line looking for James. He was caught behind. Wines tries to gather it. He couldn't. Comes out there towards Galachan. He couldn't control it. Back to Smith. Smith's handball inside went to Callett. Callett under a little bit of pressure. His kick was smothered. That was nicely done. Come to Stevens. Archie Stevens got it across to Becks. Got it across further afield out there towards Rantel. Rantel got it out towards Dye, and Dye a little chip over the top was nicely done. And the mark has been taken only about 25 or even probably closer, 15 metres, 20 metres out from goal. And little Will White again, he'll go back. No, it's it's our little mate this time in little Maxie Irving. So Maxie Irving, his first opportunity this afternoon to kick a goal for the Roosters. Will be their fifth, and I'll sneak away to a nice little lead here if he can slot this through. So he comes in, Irving, left foot on its way. Beautiful kick straight through the middle. So a goal to the Roosters. And the Shojin Concrete scoreboard, they go into 5-3-33. A lightning start. Senate Stats Eyes Kelson. They lead the Eagles, who are 1 goal straight 6.
Yeah, well, just when the momentum looked like it might have been shifting slightly back to North Warrnambool, of course, South go bang bang, and these 2 late goals, sort of in the time on of the first quarter, pretty important, and might be in the wash-up for the game too.
I'd say that linkage in that play there, fantastic. Just drew the player a couple of times on that occasion, the Roosters, and they were able to get the spare man, Blakey.
How long's the time?
No, I reckon
I think what's happening is, Hilly, I reckon when it gets to 5 minutes, it actually counts down.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
That doesn't help me.
Absolutely.
So just have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, so a 25-point in the margin. We've got about a minute and a half left in this first term. Stevens with the clearance, looking for Shannon Becks on the lead, and he finds him 40 metres out. Still a difficult angle to kick from, but Bexy, he's got the foot. It's just a matter of the accuracy, and again, just getting on top in those centre clearances through the work of Bridgewater for mine eyes.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. And gee, I tell you what, they play this ground so well. And centre clearances, South Warrnambool with a couple, but most importantly, in the first quarter, centre clearances were up to 5 for South, and they're getting maximum reward now, Blackie, aren't they?
Becks kicks from 48 metres. Has it got the journey? Touched on the line, or is it? No, it's a goal. It's a goal.
You can see that breeze at that end is certainly playing a part of it. I think both that kick and Will White's just assisted a little bit in copping their goals, I reckon.
So a great goal by Shannon Becks, a Lucas Brothers snag of the day contender, and that's their 6th of the quarter, the Roosters, 6-3-39. They've jumped to a 31-point lead with only about 30 seconds left, and what a great first term. And I'll tell you what, their midfield structures are working beautifully at the moment for mine.
Archie Stevens, isn't he a ripper?
Clearance king.
He's a ripper. Vardy into the middle to try and just stem the flow a little bit, because the young ruckman have been going at it.
So dying stages, Vardy got the tap down. Not sure there's enough time for either side to score here, because we're ticking down. We're under 6 seconds, so the time clock will expire very shortly. So Vardy up against Becks. Becks got the tap down, and Stacks on the mill. They're all going to get back. Here's a chance for Becks to get it clear. He couldn't. Onto it. Well done there by Smets. Got out of trouble. Got a handball over the top. It came out there towards Jackson Grundy. Now down the line goes to Sinclair. We must have more time on the clock than it looks, obviously, because I think we only have seconds left. Not sure what's going off that time clock.
It's not Wally. Wally's not in charge of that one, too.
Well, we don't know. Where's Wally Steer? Kick down the line. A chance for James. Couldn't get it. Getting back nicely there for the Roosters. Good mark. Almost taken out there by Porter. He's been busy for North. Throwing the ball. No, holding the ball. No free kick. So it's going to Birmingham. He's got players out here on this near side if he wants to use them. But
just a tad too far out. They probably need one more clean grab here.
He runs around Birmingham. He kick it to the top of the goal square. So marking contest. A lot of Roosters back, and in the van is Becks, and he'll take an uncontested mark in the end. And so Shannon Becks has been pretty good early, as have a lot of the Roosters. He's going to go short across to Harry Lee. Harry Lee will go short again, this time out there towards McCluggage. McCluggage on half-back. They're being patient, the Roosters. Little kick down the line. Came out there towards Herman, it might have been. Little kick down the back, and here's his man again, Stevens. He's off and running. Takes the mark, gets going. Right foot kick down the line. One-on-one. Bridgewater in front. Couldn't quite take it. He's paid it, though. And Bridgewater, so he's got a lot of players for North getting back. He'll have to go short. He does to Hussey. So Hussey marks out that far out of sight. He's about 70 metres around from the goal. He runs around this way, that away. Then he gets caught. Good smother by Wines. That was Adam. Adam Wines now long handball down the line looking for Porter, but it's too long. It came out there at the back towards Henderson, but he couldn't control it from south and wrapped up. And Gavin Sell says, "Give it to me, boys. I'll ball it up." Slap bang, centre wing on the Greyhound track side of Friendly Society's Park here this afternoon. Harvey Norman, first quarter, 6-3-39. South Warrnambool 1-8 Shojin Concrete scoreboard. And and the battery wheel time clock, we're not sure what it's doing yet.
I tell you what, they can't count down 5 minutes because obviously it's it's time on, so it doesn't work. So just keep it simple.
Just leave it alone and don't touch it.
Get the brightness switch up a bit too.
Hey, let's go around the grounds. All thanks to the McLaren Hunt Financial Group. Spooky Sinnott's looking after Warrnambool and Camperdown for us. And Spook, what's the latest?
21-minute mark of the first quarter. Camperdown 4-1-25. Warrnambool 0-3 3 points. So 22-point lead to Camperdown.
Great start there for the Magpies. And back here, Yule's kicked his first of the day. And I'll tell you what, they're on fire here, the Roosters. They have kicked 7 first-term goals to have a big lead as I wait for the Shojin Concrete scoreboard to update. 7-3-45 to 1-2-8. It's a 37-point margin, and they are playing a good brand of football here, the Roosters here at the Friendly Societies Park. Let's go to Henry Robertson looking after Cobden and Hamilton up at Cobden. Henry, what's the latest?
We're quarter time here, boys. It's Cobden 3-4-22, trailing Hamilton 4-3-27. So a pretty close game.
It's beautiful work, and let's go up to the Riley Recreation Reserve. Tony Jackson looking after Portland and Terang Mortlake. Jacko, what's the latest in your game?
We're 5 minutes into the second quarter. Terang a 3-2-20, Portland a 4-4-28.
Beautiful work. So some good game around the Hampden region this afternoon, and back here, a 37-point lead here to the Roosters, and Blackie and Eyes as we're nearing the end of quarter time. A long quarter. They've played some good football, haven't they, the Roosters?
Yeah, 6 centre clearances to 3, so that's been is that the quarter time? The siren's just gone now, Hilly, so...
It is quarter time here at the Friendly Societies Park. The Roosters, 7-3-45, leading North Warrnambool 1-2-8. We'll gather our thoughts. We'll come back with some major stat winners and goal kickers as we look towards the second quarter here at the Friendly Societies Park. It's the Roosters leading by 37 points after the first quarter. This is Hampden League Live, your home of local football and netball.
Hampden League Live for Clinton Bolsh, Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, Harvey Norman Computers, Sungold Milk and McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central. 3YBFM.
If there's one thing us Aussies know, it's great coffee. Like the best ever McCafe blend. Expertly made by baristas for a smooth, rich taste that hits the spot every time. Now that's coffee fit for an Aussie.
Fitz Media Productions is your online broadcast specialist. From meetings and special events to weddings, funerals and sport. Fitz Media's fully equipped mobile broadcast unit provides a professional, reliable live stream anywhere. Contact us today.
Woohoo! The footy's back, bigger and better than ever. Just like the boys at Peter Bolsh Bridgestone, now offering full logbook servicing and mechanical. With tyres starting from $60 and zip pay available. Why go anywhere else? Peter Bolsh Bridgestone, Ferry Street.
The Country Care Dental team listen, care and explain so you know you're in good hands. From no-gap cleaning to advanced procedures, they'll look after you. Open 8 to 7 weekdays in Hamilton and Camperdown. countrycaredental.com.au.
From trees to traffic, Carter Group is the home of fully trained arborists, offering tree removal, trimming and lopping of trees, along with on-site traffic management planners and high-quality traffic management. Visit cartergroup.com.au.
When building a new home, the first place to go is Greens Bricks and Windows. They stock PGH Bricks trend windows and doors with double glazing to all styles. Make the right choice. See Greens Bricks and Windows, 7 Robson Street, Warrnambool.
I'm Roma Britnell, your local Member of State Parliament. I'm working hard for you and for the South West Coast region to make sure we have a vibrant and prosperous place to live and work. I want to know what matters most to you, to hear your ideas on how to make South West Coast even better. You can email me, catch me on social media, or visit my office in Liebig Street. I'm here to work for you.
Authorised by Roma Britnell MP, 94 Liebig Street, Warrnambool, funded from parliamentary budget.
You gotta get down to Pontings, they're the expert crew, who are always here for you. That's where the locals go, and the tradies know. You gotta get down to Pontings, we've got ya.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop. Time for you, time for me, love and everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always going.
3 steps: design, plan and construct. Smith & Son Renovations and Extensions take care of all 3 steps to provide you with a smooth and cost-effective process. See Nathan and the team at Smith & Sons, Ferry Street, quality builders and reno specialists.
Did you know that Badeness Rural have 3 agronomists and an experienced in-store team to help service the needs of their clients? With the right advice and the latest in agriculture technology, they provide a tailored service specific to your farm needs. Helping you boost production and keeping costs in check is what they do best. From on-farm agronomy to decades of expertise in-store to help you get the best results. Call in and see them today. Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Caramit Road, Warrnambool.
Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater has all your fresh meats ready to go. And small goods handmade on the premises daily. Yeah! Find Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater at Lucas Brothers Butchers with easy, convenient drive-through. Corner of Banyan and Lava Streets, Warrnambool.
On 3YBFM, this is Hampden League Live for Harvey Norman Computers, Carter Group and Peter Bolsh Bridgestone.
Break, and it's the Roosters. There was a Roosters onslaught in that first term here at the Friendly Societies Park. 7-3-45, leading the North Warrnambool Eagles 1-2-8. Just dominated that midfield group and had so many nice entries inside forward 50, and giving their forwards a real good look, Blackers, as we're going to go to you, all thanks to Rent for Keeps.
Yeah.
Our Syndic account stats and some goal kicks to quarter time.
Yeah, mate, as I said, the Roosters kicking to the wind advantage. Probably 2 to 3 goals, could be a little bit more, but 7-3 to 1-2. Centre break, South Warrnambool 6 to North Warrnambool 3. Inside 50s, 15 inside 50s, and they've kicked 7, so pretty good conversion rate to South Warrnambool. 5 marks inside 50. The Eagles have had 7 inside 50s for 1 mark. Major goal kickers, Will White's kicked a couple, the rest are singles, so a really good start there by the South Warrnambool Roosters, and they've had 10 scoring shots for 15 inside 50, so pretty good conversion, isn't it?
Absolutely, great conversion. Poss, as the quarter time siren went, Wigsy Dow with the coach of the Eagles, straight down to his troops, grabbed him in a tight huddle. What do you reckon he would have been saying to the boys?
Well, probably it was a disappointing start. I think that would be one thing, Hilly, but whether he wanted them to just stay positive and not drop their heads or whatever, and or whether it was a bit of a serve, who knows. But they certainly need to get they need to belt the first couple on the board early, don't they? Because if they don't, if South can kick the first 2 or 3 goals of this quarter without the North Eagles adding any, well, they're in real trouble, Blackie, aren't they? Because it's a long way back once you get sort of 8 or 9 goals down. So the first 5 minutes is going to tell. They're going to have to come out with a lot of aggression and a different attitude.
Good start, Oz.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's not a 6-goal breeze, though, is it? And I think, but having said
20 points, I reckon.
Yeah, but North will want to take full advantage, and they've got to hit back pretty hard here, don't they? And I reckon he'd be saying, especially those goals very late in the quarter, hurt them enormously, because with about 5-6 minutes to go, it's a bit hard to tell because we couldn't understand the scoreboard, but with not long to go, North were possibly even in the favourable position, just been a couple of goals down.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, it blew out. What would be annoying was how quickly it blew out.
And we've got a netball result here, boy. South Warrnambool 42 defeated North Warrnambool 35. Unfortunately, Jordan Billings has gone down with a knee. We don't know how serious. Let's keep our fingers crossed that it's not too bad. So, pretty tough game on all reports.
Blackie, just Rent for Keeps. They don't have to be in front at half-time, do the Eagles, but they need to be within a few little goals, don't they? So they need probably to make inroads, and I guess their goal for this quarter would be to win the quarter.
I think
a little bit closer.
Centre breaks are pretty important too, Poss. So they got beaten 6-3 in that quarter. I think South scored from 4 of the centre breaks that quarter.
Sorry, Blackie, do they need to play Vardy more out of the ruck? Because I think, his size would certainly get his hand on the footy more.
He got the win this quarter, so
yeah, I think this quarter you leave him there.
Yeah, but maybe when they're kicking against.
Yep, definitely.
Let's see what this second-term action can do, and it's all thanks to Clinton Bolsh, Warrnambool Nissan, that great Nissan Navara that we drive around in each and every day. Fantastic, and a great man Bolsh he was. No one got the clearance that time around. Snoozy Wines and Benny Rantel, a couple of hard nuts, just a little bit of push and shove, and that's what the contest is all about. So it's Bridgewater up against Callett, 2 great fine young ruckmen. Bridgewater got the tap down, Porter a bit of soccer work forward. Jones couldn't grasp it. Farley, Jed, had got a kick that was lucky enough to fall in the hands of Jed Henderson. He'll go short by foot. Losing his footy there was Stevens. Good bit of work there by the Eagles, and they can try and build something from here. Harry Keith's got the handball down. There's a player down for the North Warrnambool Eagles.
Jenkinson, yeah, we don't want him down. Paul.
No. Free kick. It's going to go to Kelly. Just was taken off the ball there by Big Joe McKinnon. Just a little bit late to get to his feet there is Jenkinson. Kelly inside, forward 50. Launching at it was Dye. Ball hits the deck. Here comes Shannon Becks. Working hard there was Wines as well, and they see it over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in, and Jenkinson back up on his feet and running around. He's a tough nut.
The Arts and K report, Alan Blackburn.
Yeah,
might have been just a whack in the hip and a corky, maybe.
I think he got a bit winded there, mate. He's up and about now, so he's a very vital player for the North Warrnambool Eagles.
He is indeed. Tommy Batten tried to get possession and couldn't get. He'll actually win himself a free kick, Batten, so good to see him back in the side.
He's had a facial injury, been out for 5 or 6 weeks.
Yep, broken jaw, I think, so a risky kick, cheekbone back in, looking for Luke Wines. Was a nice kick, but the Wines couldn't take the mark. Oh, nice little gather out there by, was that Dye? Now's a chance here. Oh, gee, they're going in. Matty Wines is certainly throwing his weight around, boys, and it's going to be a free kick to the Roosters. It comes out, squares it up, out to Thompson. So Thompson, this is Sam Thompson. He goes down the line, finds Harry Lee. Harry Lee will go short. They're chipping it around, not 15, said the umpire, so the tackle's applied there by, and holding the ball. Gee, Gavin Sell giving them nothing there. The free kick's going to be taken by McCluggage. No, it's actually taken, it's a Felix Jones, so it's a 50-metre penalty. So the umpire's taking control. This will bring Felix Jones to within no more than 20 metres out, almost directly in front. And he'll attempt to put the second on the board for the North Warrnambool Eagles this afternoon. They desperately need one. They're 1-8 in the Shojan concrete scoreboard. They trail the Roosters only a short 50 metre too. Only about 35, so it's all happening here at the friendlies this afternoon. But nevertheless, Jones, he's close enough, if good enough. He's almost directly in front. He'll kick from about 40 metres, comes in, drop punt on its way. Nice looking kick, but it's fading left. Has it got enough? No. So just the one behind. 139 on the Shojan concrete scoreboard. They trail the Roosters 7:3:45. Battery World time clock.
It's ticking.
It's ticking. We're not sure which way it's ticking. But
just tick upwards.
Just tick one way. So Clinton Bolsh-Nissen, second quarter action here. Alan Blackburn.
3 minutes. 3 minutes gone, mate. Yeah, must have been. That was very close from Felix Jones, and another advanced 50 metre for an indiscretion with the mouth, I'd say, Hilly.
Absolutely. Joe McKinnon takes the kick in mark to Birmingham, been busy. We had him on the online show the other night, and he's a great young kid. Lukey Wines, spearing pass for Burke. Big punch over the shoulder there by Miles McCluggage. Wines is forward. That's Adam. He's tackled. Unable to get it out, and we'll have a ball up about 10 metres out from the North Warrnambool goal. So some promising signs early, Blackie, from the Eagles.
And also, good move. Adam Wines going forward, had him back in the first quarter against the wind, got him forward. You put your good players forward when you've got a breeze advantage.
Tap down by Vardy. Burke gathers. He's wrapped up by 3 Roosters. And I'm able to get it out, and it's going nowhere. We'll have another stoppage. Still around that 10-15 metre mark out from the Eagles' goal. They've kicked 1-3. They trail by 36. Vardy got the tap down in there as Porter. He's a good young player coming through the ranks at the Eagles. Aren't able to manufacture anything from the boundary. Jones created something, but it's going to be a boundary throw when he stepped out. His excitement plus Felix Jones, the former Portland Tiger. And about 20 metres around from the Eagles' goal, we'll have a boundary throw-in with Vardy up against Bridgewater.
Yeah, so an opportunity here for the Eagles. Vardy, front position. Bridgewater from behind. Vardy, nice little tap over the back. Good tackle applied there by South Warrnambool. It'll be a free kick. No, it's going to be a ball up.
Good tap, wasn't it? Good set play over the back, I'd say.
Set play, but just the Roosters were onto it, so they didn't allow him any space there. So Vardy will go up again against Bridgewater. Nice tap again, went down to the advantage of Matthew Wines, but he couldn't control it. South defending resolutely. Jet Birmingham got it, but he's going nowhere. We'll have another ball up as the fire truck drives past down the road there.
That's the equipment. I think that's the equipment.
I hope that's an omen that fire wins the last in Flemington.
Well, the Roosters are on fire eyes, that's for sure. So Vardy got it down to Wine. Snap for a left foot goal. He's got it. There's a
Matco.
Well, there's a Matco highlight of the day and the Lucas Brothers Butchers snag of the day. Matthew Wines kicks the Eagles second. Again, that beautiful set play eyes for Sinnott Stats. Vardy just controlling where he taps it, and good chemistry between him and Wines, and a good snap for goal.
And what he does as a ruckman, of course, because he's so big and imposing, is that he almost creates a barricade, a barrier as well. There's probably about four players would normally fill that spot to try and get around him. So he opens up a lot of space as well, doesn't he?
He does indeed. 2-3-15, Trojan Concrete scoreboard. That's the North Warrnambool Eagles. They get the first goal. They trail by 30 points, 7-3-45. The Roosters' second quarter action. Friendly Societies Park, Hampden League Live, brought to you by Clinton Bolsh Nissan this afternoon.
Liu with the kick, only as far as Jenkinson, still inside the centre square. So the margin back to 30 points. They need a couple of extras. And this is the man to lead the way, Jenkinson. Big long kick to centre half forward. Vardy's the man they're looking for. And Burke almost took a nice mark on the lead. Loose football. Harry Lee with a big long handball out of defensive 50. Gets it to Stevens. They can run it through Farley. Goes down centre wing. Almost picked up on the half volley by Bex. A nice little paddle forward, but only as far as Smets. Gets it out to Sinclair. He'll go to Vardy. Has to take on 3. May have been pushed in the back. Loose football, deflected off the boot of the Roosters. They try to move it forward here, the Eagles. Nice bit of work by Birmingham. Vardy couldn't quite get foot to ball. Here's still a lot of players around that contest. Lee trying to get it out. He does to McCluggage. Handball's back out. Finds Farley around the body. One-on-one contest. Bex versus Batten. Cleaning up is Stevens with a backwards behind handball. And it goes over the boundary line for a boundary. Throwing some tough, hard footy there, Alan Blackburn.
Oh, great football. Nathan Vade, a little bit sore getting up there. He hasn't had much free ball, hasn't he? Every ball that's come to him, he's had to really work hard for. So if they get some free ball to him, it'll be good.
Getting numbers back. Birmingham was a chance. Got it to Porter. Free kick in the back. It'll go to Birmingham. So Jet Birmingham having a pretty good game here this afternoon too. The Eagles working hard to get back in the contest. Birmingham's handball went across to Jenkinson. He kicked it at the top of the goal square. He looked for Vardy. He's got the front spot. Couldn't take the mark over the back. Affecting the spoil was Lee. Chipping in there was Felix Jones, but he couldn't pick it up. And there'll be a ball up. But yet another one. Right almost underneath the Trojan Concrete scoreboard, which sees a 30-point advantage to the Roosters. So Clinton Bolsh Nissan second quarter action here. Up they go. Vardy again. Look for Wines. It's come down to Adam Wines on this occasion, but again, it's gone over the line out of bounds. There'll be another boundary throw. And Eyes Kelson for Synod Stats. Adam Wines has gone forward for this quarter. Do you think that'll be a permanent move or probably back again when they're defending against the wind?
Probably wherever he's going to be needed. So it might depend just who has momentum, but he's so adaptable, isn't he? And largely it's getting played inside North Warrnambool's forward 50 this quarter.
Yep.
Ball on the half-back line, well wide up the ground, tackled hard there by Harry Keast, and he's taken him over the shoulder. Wrestling that time around, but GWV Rebels teammates in other weeks go short, finds Yule, the co-skipper, still on defensive 50, and you look to play on. They don't mind going through the corridor here. The South Warrnambool Roosters. Stevens the man, socket off the ground there by Herman. He just chases ball and nearly gets ball. Here comes Henderson, still running Birmingham. Slips over at a vital time. Wrapped up by Herman. They've asked him the question, the Roosters, and not going to get the response they want. And it's going to be a stoppage, 35 out from the Roosters' goal. Callett. Good tap down by Bex. Henderson almost read it nicely. Lukey Wines gathers. Goes the old check side outside defensive 50 looking for Burke. And the old Wrongan sees the ball over the boundary line for a boundary throwing. Attacking side of centre wing. Broadcast side here at the Friendly Societies Park. 30 points to the margin, Ice Kelson.
Yeah, and like I said, it's a really good encounter. We just need to see North get some reward on the scoreboard, don't we, from their forays forward?
Yeah.
Callett over the top was nice. Got it to Birmingham, but he's tackled. Got it to Wines. Matthew over the top there looking for... Oh, it's a hard tackle applied there to Keast. He'll win a free kick.
Won't hurt Keast, though.
He's tough. He's tough.
Late inclusion, Bailey Keast. Been pretty good, too, this afternoon. He's kicked a goal. And he'll look at it again, flooding back the Roosters, so he's going to have to retreat back to Tommy Batten. He can kick the ball a mile, we know that, but this time he goes short. Now they're opened up because Smets has got it. He could have given it to Luke Wines, but he didn't.
He was going to, wasn't he?
He was, and then now this allows South to get back again, but he's got one free. It's Callett out wide. He's got... No, he won't use Keast. He's going to go back. He's got Jenkinson running
a crowded forward line, isn't it?
He's just going to have to kick and hope, I think, guys, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Now he goes short, but getting back in numbers are the Roosters. It came out towards Adam Wines, couldn't control it. Come out there towards Hussey. A nice little blind turn, got it to Yule. Yule this way, that away. Now he's wrapped up in a tackle. He's got to be gone. Yep. Prior opportunity was there to give the handball off, and he didn't. Nice tackle by Adam Wines.
So I don't want to give away a 50 here.
He's going to kick from 50, but with a breeze. trees, you'd give him a chance, Wines.
He's looking to give it off early, but he'll have to go back now and have a shot eyes, and they need to get some numbers back to help out Vardy there. If you look in the goal square, you got Vardy against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Roosters around him, and Jack Burke at the back. So
I think he's got the distance in him.
Going the barrel.
He's going the barrel.
Yes, well, let's hope it pays off. So good kick. Oh, nice kick, nice barrel too, but it's just fading to the left. She's just one behind. So 2-4.
Good old
16 on the Showgen Concrete scoreboard. It was a beauty. So they trail the Roosters, who are 7-3-45. Showgen Concrete scoreboard, 11 minutes on the Battery Wheel time clock. Clinton Bolsh-Nissen, second quarter action. Friendly Societies Park Hampden League live this afternoon.
One goal this afternoon in this second term. Not a great kick. Snoozy Wines gets the handball. Burke around the body. 25 metres out. He had more time and space to do something a little bit better, and it was Sam Thompson on the goal line who took the mark in the end. Galashan still in defensive 50. He'll go short by foot. Stevens is the target. Burke gets it. Handballs inboard to Smets. Smets goes short. Smart kick. Great kick in the end of Jones. And a bit going off the ball here. There's a bit going on. And they're jumping onto this. It's a stacks on. Hate to be the bloke at the bottom of the pack. And Snoozy Wines in there. And Liam Mullen's a tough nut. Judah Green, the youngster. And as Felix Jones has got the ball in hand, he'll shoot from 20 metres out, almost directly in front. Umpire Hoy just settling things down over there. Someone's lost the jumper.
Not much love lost.
And it's one of the Wines. Really? And Jones comes in and he kicks a goal.
No, he doesn't.
He kicks a goal for the Eagles. And they get around him, young Felix. And they're just nudging back that ever so slightly, the North Warrnambool Eagles. 3-4-22 North Warrnambool, 7-3-45 the Roosters, 12 minutes gone on the Battery Wheel time clock. Let's go around the grounds, all thanks to the McLaren Hunt Financial Group. Spooky sent it up at the Reed Oval, Camperdown taking on Warrnambool. Spook, what's the latest?
2-minute mark of the second quarter, Camperdown 4-3-27, Warrnambool 3-4-22. Jason Rowan's lining up about 20 out, so it'll be a goal and they should go a point up.
Beautiful work there. So a close game up at the Reed Oval. Let's go to Henry Robertson. Hamilton taking on Cobden up at the Cobden Rec Reserve. Henry, what's the latest?
G'day, boys. We're 17-minute mark of the second quarter. It's Cobden 5-7-37, leading Hamilton 5-5-35.
Oh, another good game up there as well at Cobden Rec Reserve. And Tony Jackson's looking after Portland and Terang Mortlake at the Ridley Recreation Reserve in Terang. And Jacko, what's the latest?
26 minutes into the second quarter, Taringa 4-6-30, Portland a 5-9-39.
So a close game up at the Rec Reserve up at Terang as well. And back here, things are just starting to heat up a little bit. The Eagles have kicked 2 goals this quarter to none, and they trail by 23 points, Blackie.
Yeah, I think they've definitely lifted their intensity. Wiggsy would have given them a bit of a serve at quarter time. Vardy's gone into the ruck. Adam Wine's gone forward. So they've definitely lifted their intensity, especially around the contested ball, boys.
And they've shown what they can do if they can just get it in there really quickly. If you give South time to flood the numbers back, makes it difficult. They've just got to get ascendancy and get it in there really quickly, Blackie.
Yep.
They do, and it came out to Bex. So Bex a little kick. Oh, gee, could have took a mark there. That was Thompson. It might have been out there. Now the stack's on the mill. There's going to be a ball up. Billy Smets too, Blackie. He's been really good this quarter, hasn't he? Started the game well, but he's gone on with it in this quarter.
He's been really good.
He's been the catalyst for this little mini comeback. So ball up, it's going to be Vardy. We're going to get that pole out of the road. Vardy got the tap over the back. It came out there towards Hussey. Good little handball over the top. Here's a chance for the Roosters. Running onto it there. Got it over the top to... it's a snap for goal.
Irving.
That was by Irving, or was it Rantel? Not quite sure. Now it's a free kick played here.
Sorry, Jet Herman.
Herman, wasn't it? Now he's going to win himself a free kick.
He fell across his leg as he kicked, which was... giving him a second opportunity at goal here.
Yeah, so he'll go back. His distance isn't going to be a problem. It's a tightish angle right in front of the social club here this afternoon, and it is Jet Herman, so opportunity to put his first goal on the board and stop this little mini run by the Eagles. Tough shot.
You see that a lot in a game, and not necessarily a free kick played where a player crashes across your leg. Because how are you actually infringing?
Yeah, well, true. Good kick though, very good kick. I think he's kicked. There's a Lewis Brothers Butcher snag of the day contender, Alan Blackburn, no more than 25 metres out, but a very, very tight angle, and they're hard to kick from that pocket. So the Roosters stem the tide on the Showgen Concrete scoreboard. They move on to 9 goals. When it comes up, it always gets us. 8-3-51 on the Shojan Concrete scoreboard. They leave the North Warrnambool Eagles around 3-4-22. We've played 15 and a half minutes on the battery wheel time clock. Second quarter action for Senate Stats Ice Kelson. Yep, absolutely.
So they've kicked one goal this quarter, the Roosters, and the Eagles have kicked 2, Blackie.
2 to 1 goal, mate.
So it's Vardy in the tap down. That was just clinical there to Tate Porter. Inside forward 50 and a nice mark taken by Mullen. This bloke's important for their back structure. There's no doubt about it, Mullen. Good to have him back in there. Henderson, been a great player this season. Not on that occasion with the kick, but a free kick will go to the North Warrnambool Eagles, and no one wants to claim it.
No one wants to get on the mark and claim the kick.
Well, Vardy done the right thing. He said, no, I'm not taking the kick. And
Go, son.
No, you can't, because Vardy was the nearest one around it, so he was trying to run away.
Right.
I can see what they were trying to do there, because Sinclair's
He wanted Vardy to be in the forward line.
That's right.
Yeah, it was well done by Gavin Sell, actually.
Absolutely. I'm not having a bit of that, Sally says. So Vardy will pump it inside forward 50. Wines is going to be the man. Punched over the line there by Thomas. And we'll have a boundary throw. And they get their numbers back well, don't they, the Roosters? Their midfielders really push forward hard, but also back they actually push really nicely too.
Well, they play this ground so well.
Yeah, it's an easy ground to defend on too, isn't it?
Probably not the place to kick it, though, is it?
Nah.
It needed to be out in the middle more.
Central.
Yes.
So it is man from the Weekly Times down there too, Hilly.
Yeah, David Johnston. He's enjoying some Hampden League footy. Does a great job with the Weekly Times.
On the ground, I want to know.
He's telling that photographer where to
get a photo.
Who to get the angle of. Blackie's is up here. Get Blackie. Birmingham dives at it, and as does Benny Rantel. They see it over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in.
There's actually more cameras on the ground than a royal wedding at the moment.
If the ball gets close to that boundary, I can see him scuttering too.
Right down the lens, eyes.
Here we go. Let's see what they can do. James gets the football in his... Well, it's always in his back pocket, but he's wrapped up straight away, and they're really defending grimly here are the South Warrnambool Roosters. So they lead by 29 as we tick over almost 18 minutes in this second term. Warrnambool... Nissan, Clinton Boswell, Nissan, Birmingham gathers, sells the candy, round the body he goes, and kicks a goal! That's a Matco hire and a snag of the day contender from Jetty Birmingham. He is A grade, and that's another goal they needed, the Eagles.
And did he, for a period of time there, hold the ball in his right hand out
he palmed it
in free air?
Was that another Nathan Vardy assist there?
That was a Nathan Vardy assist.
Nathan Vardy's been enormous this quarter.
What about the palm out from Birmingham? Just holding it there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He just
love it.
held her out one-handed like big George Capuano.
George can hold 3 footballs.
I just saw what made me think of it was I just saw George and he wasn't frightened to give you a smack behind the ear either.
No, he's a grumpy bugger, wasn't he? Sometimes. Here we go. Vardy and Bridgewater. It comes out to the advantage there of the Roosters. That might have been Thomas, was it? No, that was Rantel. So it came out there again. Here's a chance for Bridgewater to go forward. 1-on-1. Sinclair got the front position. Did very, very well. Got it out to Luke Wines. Luke Wines was good enough to get it out the back to Grundy down the line. But an uncontested mark in the end taken out here by the Roosters in Henderson. His kick wasn't great. He elected to play on. Now Rantel gets it out the back to Mullins. Mullins drop punt down. It's all north though, and Jenkinson will take the mark in front. So Bailey Jenkinson, good to see him recover from a little knock earlier on this quarter. He went to Arts and K and got some treatment very quickly. And he's recovered. Gets it out the back there to Johnson. So Johnson again, South getting numbers back. Really, really hard to split this zone. So Johnson will have to kick down the line. He does. Who we got? Harry Lee will fly from behind with the Spectres ball. Came to Thomas. Oh, beautifully taken out there by Smets. But it's a free kick paid to Thomas. So Isaac Thomas of the Roosters will take the free kick right in front of us here at the Friendly Societies Park this afternoon. He goes back to Keith. Keith's got Thompson further wide if he wants to use him.
Where are these cameramen coming from? It's a camera off.
It's a camera
grand final day.
Who's got the biggest camera?
He's got the biggest lens, guys. And here's a chance for Bex again. Goes forward, but James will chip in and take a mark. So well done, James.
Yeah, here's the
I've done that a
important
bit this quarter, haven't I?
They've got to move it in quickly, though, Blackie.
Yeah, this is Tommy James. He's got to play wide if he wants to use him. He's not going to. So Tommy James will go down the line. Not a great kick. Getting back as Henderson couldn't take the mark. It spilled free. Keith couldn't control it. Comes out there towards Stevens. Might have copped one too high. No, said the umpire. Porter in everything today. Here's a chance down the line. Kick off the ground by Yule. It'll go over the line out of bounds. Right in front of Alan Blackburn down there on the boundary for Redford. Keeps Alan Alan Blackburn. They're fighting hard, the Eagles,
What a
but
contest.
they've still been outscored, or they've outscored the Roosters by just 1 goal this quarter.
What a contest between young two great players, young Tate Porter and Archie Stevens. So both hard as anything, aren't
Hard
they?
as
really?
cat's heads.
Boundary throw in true centre wing. Vardy tapped down. Bridgewater got it out of the contest and coming through with Stevens. He's clean. Gets it to Yule. Moves it forward to the flank. Punching the ball there was McKinnon. And seeing it over the line is Luke Weiss. How is his first touch, Stevens, in his first 5 metres? He's electric.
I know he's not a very big lad,
No, he's a little fella,
Trent,
isn't
but you could see him playing AFL football because of how
solid.
clean
Have a
he
look
is.
how solid.
It
Yeah,
reminds
he's
me a bit
solid, but just not tall, you know.
Height-wise, he reminds me a bit like Caleb Daniel. Not height, but just a good ball user, reads it well. Different position, I know, but he's certainly capable, and he's shown he's capable in VFL. He had a great week.
Yeah, and can hurt you with the footy as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So he's an excitement machine. He's going to be a real X factor for the Roosters come finals time too. There's no doubt about it. Birmingham reads it best. He's been terrific this afternoon. Good tackle. Porter in there as well. Loose football. Here's Stevens again. He's going to be a Matthews Petroleum contender, that is for sure. Coming out at true centre half forward was Will White, weaving and working his way around. A good spot up kick and finds Henderson. They're building the Roosters. Short kick, better one, finds Hussey. Over the top he can go. Daisy cut a kick looking for a teammate. Coming through with Shannon Beggs. Herman just puts it on the boot. Marking was Yule, not 15, tackled. Dispossessed. Stevens in there as well. He's wrapped up.
What a
Some
game.
hard tackling here at the friendlies.
Football. Both sides are going in 100%, aren't they?
It's fantastic, and we're 40 metres out from the Roosters' goal.
Yeah, well, this is finals action, really, boys, and we're still 3 weeks out. Up it goes. It's Beck's up this time against Vardy. Vardy tapped it towards the boundary line. He'll find it. It'll go over the line, out of bounds, right in front of the South Warrnambool Social Club here this afternoon. Shojan Concrete scoreboard, second quarter action. 8-3.
The reunion boys will be roaring up there.
Teddy Beggs.
Ted.
Who are on 4-4. 28, that's the Shojan Concrete scoreboard. Clinton Bolsh, Nissen, second quarter action. So ball in Vardy, this time against Becks. Vardy gets the front position, got the tap over the back, but beautifully read by White. Little snap over the shoulder. It's bending, and a mark. Good mark.
A good mark.
Put that one down as a Matco Hire player of the day contender.
Who
Alan
is it?
Blackburn.
Who is it?
It's a great mark. It might be Tommy Batten, is it?
Beautiful mark, wasn't it?
Oh, he's not going to pay it. He's going to ball it up.
Oh, you're joking me.
Please.
It was a clean mark.
It was a jump ball.
Wasn't touched off the boot, was it?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I won't put that
Never
down
mind,
then.
It's cost
I'd
him a
like to,
Matco
but-
Hire nomination. Now it's a
Exactly.
I
behind.
think it confused everybody on the ground, that decision.
Well, it's gone through for one behind. So
Rushed.
the Eagles, they go into 4-5-29. They trail the South Warrnambool Roosters.
Oh,
They've given
that was for the
they've-
Roosters.
Oh, well, sorry. They go to 8-4-52. They lead the Eagles 4-4-28. Shojan Concrete scoreboard, wing position. Chance out there for Thomas. Got it over the top. Here he is again, Stevens. Stevens' little short kick to White was a good one.
mark. I better put that down.
Little Will White. He's been busy too this afternoon. A couple of goals. Trenty Hill. See if you can go back and call this one for him.
I'll tell you.
It's about 50 metres out when he kicks.
Big kick for Will, but I'll tell you what, I reckon it might be a little bit beyond him, maybe Wilbur, but he's that sort of player that can just do anything. So Will White, you can see why he's straight back into this lineup. He's had a great year at the Rebels in the NAB Cup. And Will White lining up for goal number 3. I can see Beck's just lurking. He'll look to run around, improve the angle, kicks to the top of the square. Doesn't quite get there, but a nice mark by Hussey. Front position.
I'll put that down too.
He's
It
strong.
almost looked like a set play, didn't it?
Yeah.
It did, yeah.
He just, I knew it was just beyond him that distance, Will, but I'll tell you what, Hussey, right place, right time. And this boy can kick goals too. He's probably playing a little bit more sort of forward mid, hasn't he, this year, Hussey, in the games that he's played.
He has. He's just such a hard nut as well, suited to a game like this.
So Hussey looking for his first of the afternoon. James Hussey slides it off the boot and a minor score. So they go to 8-5, the Roosters. That's 53 on the Shojan Concrete scoreboard. 4-4-28, the North Warrnambool Eagles. They've kicked 3 goals to 1 in this term, the North Warrnambool Eagles, and we've played 24 minutes, so nearing half-time.
Alan Blackburn, just want to go down to the boundary for you for Arts and K. Matty Wines, he's on the boundary sort of doing a few stretches for that quad. It looked like he had a little minor limp up, but we'll have to keep an eye on that one for Arts and
could
K.
be calf, could be the quad as well, but he's pretty tough snooze.
Yeah, his brother Luke, in the meantime, kicks the ball in at ground level. That was nicely done out there by the little fella in Keast. That was Tom Keast. But now there'll be a ball up. Sammy Kelly gets himself off the turf. Game number 150. Bridgewater and Kellett Bridgewater got the tap, went over the top. Judah Green couldn't control it. Running onto there was Keith. A throw out by Ewell. Got away with it. Went over the top to Smith. Tried to effect the spoil. Tackle applied by Birmingham. And there'll be a ball up right on the boundary line, almost right in front of us, in front of the coach's box for the North Warrnambool Eagles. They trail 4-4-28. Roosters 8-5-53. Shojan Concrete scoreboard. Up they go. Running back onto it there was Herman. Herman got it out the back to Stephen. Geez, holding the ball. Gee, that's...
He never even had possession, did he?
No, I don't think he barely...
Not for long.
He barely took possession. And, Jet Birmingham will relieve off halfback.
Hey, let's go around the grounds. All thanks to the McLaren Hunt Financial Group. Spooky sit at Camperdown, take you on the Warrnambool Blues up at the Red Oval. And Spook, before we get the score, geez, the Kokoda tribute jumpers look great from both sides.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Had the smoking session at the start of the game, and that was about 20 minutes, so that was a really good session. So, but it's been a goal blitz here by Warrnambool. Warrnambool kicked 5 goals in the first 10 minutes of the second quarter and lead 9-6-60 to 4-3-27, 33 points.
Good lead there for the Warrnambool Blues. Let's go to Henry Robertson. Hamilton up against Cobden at the Cobden Rec Reserve. Henry, what's the latest in your game, mate?
We're just gone half-time here, and Cobden have just edged ahead. So it's Cobden 7-9-51, leading Hamilton 5-6-36.
Good quarter there from the Cobden Bombers. And let's go to Tony Jackson up at the Ridley Recreation Reserve in Terang. Terang Mortlake hosting Portland. Jacko, what's the latest?
Half-time here, and Terang are 4-6-30, and Portland are 5-11-41 in a bit of a grind.
Beautiful work. How many Tommy Sharp kicked there, Jacko?
Tommy's got the 1.
Don't ask Jacko these questions.
just the 1.
Just the one. Beautiful work.
Yeah.
Beautiful work, Tony Jackson up at the Ridley Recreation Reserve. Back here, it's the Roosters by 25. Good, hard football here in August. And I'll tell you what, every time you see a tackle-ised Carlson, there's about 4 or 5 from each team on the ground, rolling around and getting into it. So it's just a really good contest.
No love lost whatsoever, Hilly, and no more questions while the quaddy legs are on.
Sorry, mate.
Come on, Hilly.
How are we trekking for the first leg, mate?
We'll tell you in a moment, mate. We're just we'll get it run and one. Yes, I think he's one of ours.
Number 5.
Yeah.
So we got the first leg.
Well, it's not over yet.
Right,
We'll just wait till he crosses the line. But yeah, Lyrical Lad, the winner of the first leg of the quad. So
much price or
away we go. Second pick maybe.
Second pick.
Yeah, he's in the market. But let's have a look, Blackie, and we'll tell you in just a moment. Let's have a look as the numbers go up. 5 beats 3 and 8. And 390, so
that's all right.
Reasonable start.
Good start for Leon Carey, our winner of the Mickey Burke's quaddy competition. Birmingham, he's been busy. Tommy James, great to see him back. Floated towards half forward. Burke presents. Almost trapped there by Vardy. Had to take on 3. Thompson retreats and gets it to Rantel. High up and under kick. Didn't get a lot of yardage. He would have gone to territory. Comes through again. He's just a hard nut. Follows up his own football, and he's tackled 60 out from his defensive 50. 29 minutes is gone in his second term. Brought to you by Clinton Bolsh Warrnambool Nissan. It's the Roosters by 25.
It is indeed Clinton Bolsh Nissan second quarter action here. Hilly, here's Smeth's been instrumental in this quarter for the Eagles, but he's going nowhere. He's going to play holding a ball, is he? No, he's going to say throw it in. I thought he was going to. So Billy stepped over the line and said, I'm retreating. But he got the benefit of the doubt.
So for the quarter pass, North Warrnambool kicked 3-2 to 1-2. So they've decreased it by 2 goals.
As we said, they didn't have to be in front, but they needed to halve the contest. Here's Smeth's been brilliant. Kicks to the top of the goal square, but the Roosters are getting back in numbers. One of them is Henderson, and Thompson also there as well. Spills to Wines. What can he do? He's wrapped up in a tackle, and he'll force a stoppage, which is probably not a bad outcome in the end because he was outnumbered 3-1 there. So Matco Hire, highlight of the day contenders.
They've only had 2 marks inside 50, so North haven't had a lot of free footy, have they?
They haven't. Here's Vardy, tapped down, went to the advantage of no one, in exactly the same spot. Gavin Sell says, give it to me, boys, we'll do it all again. Bathed in sunshine here this afternoon, the Friendly Societies Park. The trials are over at Wannon Park. No more of them on this afternoon.
I think there was an actual meeting on this morning.
Was there?
Yeah.
Was there?
I was saying Mapunga Bale or something along the lines would have got the job done.
There been some Mapungas out there for sure. Now, there's going to be another ball up here, boys. It's going to be about 40 metres out directly in front of the North Warrnambool goal. Lots of numbers around the contest. So look for Vardy here. He won the tap out, went straight down, but beautifully sharked by Stevens. That was magnificent from the stoppage. Goes out wide looking for Kelly. Kelly and McKinnon probably wouldn't run in a stall gift either of them, but never mind. They get it towards the boundary line, goes over the line, and there'll be a boundary thrown into that far outside wing position here at the friendlies this afternoon, Alan Blackburn.
That was your trump, your pace, mate. That was your trump.
Well, I had nothing else.
Put it out in front of him and let him run onto it.
Hey, they run the Warrnambool gift here at the friendly, so they may be practicing for that later in November.
Well, yeah, you want that downhill bit on the other side for them, boys.
Richard Weirmouth and the team would be looking for it, Robbie Dino.
Well, if you want to use a racing terminology, Hilliard would be the draft horse handicap. There's a ball up again here. It's about 65 metres around from the South Warrnambool goal. So up they go. Callett got the tap down. Good tap down too. Came to Smets. He's been brilliant. Here's a chance, though, for South to go forward. Fluky little bounce. Comes out the back to Kelly. Running onto it and helping out was Jenkinson. Done really well because he is outnumbered 2-1. He's going to cause a stoppage, and that's well done. So put that down as a Matco highlight of the day. Contender Alan Blackburn. Bailey Jenkinson forced the stoppage in front of two Roosters, which possibly saved a goal, Trent.
Absolutely. A very good effort there by Bailey Jenkinson because they had the 2-1 Kelly and White. So we're late in this second term, and you'd hate to concede a goal here for the Eagles. They've had a good quarter. They get it out, high up and under kick towards a 50-metre arc, punched away by the Roosters. Overrunning it there was Stevens, and there's the half-time siren. A good game of footy here at the Friendly Societies Park, and it's the Roosters leading 8-5-53 to North Warrnambool 4-4-28, a 3-goal-to-1 quarter in favour of the North Warrnambool Eagles. We might take a break here on Hampden League Live. When we come back, we'll come back and look at goal kickers, better players, and all the Synod account stats. We'll review the halftime scores at the other venues, and then we're looking back and looking forward to a big second half here at the Friendly Societies Park. This is Hampden League Live, your home of local football and netball.
Hampden League Live for Clinton Bolsh, Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, Harvey Norman Computers, Sungold Milk, and McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central. 3YB FM.
Did you know that Badeness Rural have 3 agronomists and an experienced in-store team to help service the needs of their clients? With the right advice and the latest in agriculture technology, they provide a tailored service specific to your farm needs. Helping you boost production and keeping costs in check is what they do best. From on-farm agronomy to decades of expertise in-store to help you get the best results. Call in and see them today. Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Karamat Road, Warrnambool.
Southwest Local News is fast becoming known for its free, trusted, reliable and compassionate local news service. Southwest Local News. Local, free, always will be. 3 nights a week on Fitz Media's Facebook page.
Need insurance? See MGA Insurance Group. Great service, expert advice and competitive premiums for farmers, business owners and transport operators. Call Dennis and Gareth Morgan and Glenn Skilbeck, 55596 200.
Harvey Norman, your premium Optus dealer. Receive a $400 Harvey Norman gift card when you connect to a new $69 a month, 24-month SIM-only plan with 80 gigabytes of data for use in Oz. Available now at Harvey Norman. Offer available until withdrawn. Not available with any other offers. Minimum plan cost $1,656 over 24 months. Visit hn.com.au/Optus-BYO for terms and conditions.
If you've been injured, make the call. Find out if you have a claim. Madden's Lawyers is the region's most experienced injury compensation firm. Madden's Lawyers. Make the call.
Right, thanks ladies and gentlemen. Got some lovely Angus bullocks here. Right, over here, 390. 80 got, thank you. 2, 4, 6, 386, 8, 90, 392, 392. Jack Kelly here from J&J Kelly Stock Agency. We've been in business 30 years this year. We've got a great selling team to help market your livestock. We sell every Wednesday and the last Friday of each month at the Warrnambool Livestock Centre. Contact J&J Kelly Stock Agency and staff for all your livestock needs.
Stay warm in one of Narrawong Island Holiday Park's fully self-contained cabins where you can enjoy the sound and serenity of the ocean. Narrawong Island Holiday Park, your water escape on the mainland.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop, time for you, time for me, love and everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up.
trees to traffic. Carter Group is the home of fully trained arborists, offering tree removal, trimming and lopping of trees, along with on-site traffic management planners and high-quality traffic management. Visit cartergroup.com.au.
Fitz Media Productions is your online broadcast specialist. From meetings and special events to weddings, funerals and sport, Fitz Media's fully equipped mobile broadcast unit provides a professional, reliable live stream anywhere. Contact us today.
If there's one thing us Aussies know, it's great coffee. Like the best ever McCafe blend. Expertly made by baristas for a smooth, rich taste that hits the spot every time. Now that's coffee fit for an Aussie.
On 3YBFM, this is Hampden League Live for Sungold Milk, J&J Kelly Stock Agency and Rafferty's Tavern.
Back to the Friendly Societies Park this afternoon. Our match of the day on Hampden League Live, South Warrnambool up against the North Warrnambool Eagles, and we're at half-time and we see a lead to the Roosters, 8-5-53, leading the North Warrnambool Eagles 4-4-28. And Kelson, they've done their job, I guess, the North Warrnambool Eagles to a certain extent that quarter, because they didn't want the Roosters to sneak away. They outscored them 3-2 to 1-2, so they're back in the contest.
Yeah, absolutely, though. They're back in the contest. They would have liked a little bit more reward for some of their effort, but nonetheless, they've kept themselves in the game, which I think was the most important thing they needed to be doing in that second quarter, didn't they?
And brought about a lot by Nathan Vardy's ruck work, particularly in the forward line. We've seen him a couple of taps to advantage. One was beautiful down the throat of Matthew Wines, who kicked a goal, and he done some other clever things around the ground. And his brother-in-law, Billy Smets, he was very prominent and probably the main catalyst, really. Yeah. Along with Jet Birmingham, had a very good quarter for the North Warrnambool Eagles, and they primarily got them back in the game.
Yeah, I agree. Particularly, I think Vardy and Smets, as you said, that bit of experience and stuff, went a long, long way towards them. I think their biggest object for hurdle for the day might be just working their way through that defence of South Warrnambool. They defend the ground so beautifully well, and they're 4 goals down. They've got to penetrate goals a lot of times, don't they, Possum? They can play well and still just not be able to sort of get through that South. So I think they've just got to move the ball quickly, take the game on, and really try and be one kick straight out of the middle. And I think they've got to break some goals that way, don't they?
Yeah, and as you know, Oz, when you get the ball around the centre wing sort of area, centre wing area here at the Friendlies, it's hard to sort of spot someone just inside 50. A lot of times you got to go long, and South have sort of been onto that, haven't they? They've been flooding back.
And what South allowing that long kick, that short kick. And what South will want to do then is when they get the ball into their hands, given they've got a 4-goal lead, is just slow the game down.
Yeah, that's right. And so it's a very, very, I won't say it's a very, very easy game ground to defend on. Defending on any ground's difficult, but they do it extra well, the Roosters, don't they? They get numbers back. And then what they try to do then, obviously, is to win the ball and get out quickly, because then they got space. But that hasn't, to North Warrnambool's credit as well, South haven't been allowed to do that either, have they? No. There's been no real, I don't think we haven't seen a coast-to-coast goal. And we haven't really seen any real free-flowing footy, have we? It's been very contested.
No, you're spot on. Both sides are playing that defensive game. It's just that I reckon South got a bit more reward in the first quarter for all the times they went forward, and that could well be the decider in the game, in the end, because they were able to score heavily really quickly, and they're the only side that's been able to do that within that patch of about probably 15 or 20 minutes, didn't they, where they did all the hurt, which was probably in about the last 15 minutes of the first quarter.
They did indeed, So we see a lead 8-5-53, the Roosters, to the North Warrnambool Eagles 4-4-28. Some goal kickers and some better players from both sides in your eyes.
Yeah, well, certainly Will White. He sort of set the ball rolling from a goal-kicking point of view, didn't he, with a couple of nice goals. And particularly his first goal was a beautiful kick for a young bloke. So Will White's kicked 2. We've seen Maxi Irvin play his role, without necessarily catching the eye big time, but he's hit the scoreboard. He's got 2 as well. Sam Kelly kicked a goal, and I thought he'd been pretty handy, Sam Kelly. He's a welcome addition back into the side. Ricky Henderson, who plays his role, and he never looks like he's getting out of a jog, Ricky, and it looks like he's always got another gear there, and I'll tell you what, he might have come finals time, but
that's right.
He's just moving and doing what he likes, and he's kicked a goal. And Liam Ewell, who's just Mr. consistency and, Mr. Reliable, isn't he? He's kicked a goal as well for South. We'll come back to some of their better players in a moment. But for North, they've all been single goal kickers. Bailey Keese has been really rock solid, which you expect. So is Matty Wines, ditto, Felix Jones and Jet Birmingham. So 4 contributors there and... as I said, just a really entertaining game too, Poss.
There's been some good players, hasn't there, Eyes? And, obviously we're going to have to start thinking about our Matthews Petroleum Player of the Day come the second half of the game, but there hasn't been many better than Archie Stevens for the Roosters.
No, agreed totally, and we're singing his praises, rightly so, but I reckon in the first quarter, Possum, as good as he was, that was also largely due to Ollie Bridgewater's ruck work in the middle, and he really took over in there because in the first quarter, I'll tell you how well regarded he was. They threw Big Vardy back into the ruck, thinking, oh, hang on a minute, Ollie Bridgewater's getting a bit of ascendancy on us here. So I thought he was terrific in the first quarter, but as I said, it probably momentum swung back a bit to North in the ruck in the second quarter. So he started the game well. Liam Mule, as I said, just been... Mr. Consistent. Ricky Henderson, I reckon, has been terrific. Who else? There's probably lots. Hussey, Will White, who we spoke about, he's been terrific. Archie Stevens, well, we've already said he's probably almost the best player on the ground, I think, at half-time. Possum, it might be fair to say. So, whereas for North... they've had plenty of goers as well, haven't they?
Yeah, they have, and none better than Billy Smets. I think he led the way in that second quarter. Really started to get a lot of the footy, and played a big role in getting them back in the game, as did Jet Birmingham.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was pretty good.
Yeah, that's right. And then, as I said, it's just been a consistent effort for South, and they're all playing their role because you can often go, not mention someone, but they've done absolutely nothing wrong in terms of, they've played their role defending and getting to the right spots across the back line or whatever. So the bloke who I reckon can still play a part and do some damage is Shannon Becks. They've done it largely without him having a heap of the footy as well. So if he gets some control in the air too, they've probably got a fair bit more to offer as well, South.
Yeah, absolutely. Adam Wines is an interesting one, Eyes, and he played forward that quarter, wasn't able to hit the scoreboard. So what do you do with him now? They've got to win the game now, North, don't they? They've got to come from, 25 points behind. They can't just plug a hole in defence. Do they leave him in attack and hope that he gets on the end of a few in the second half?
It's a hard one because he's so versatile. Or because he is so versatile, you can even play him across the wing or something here at South, where the footy can tend to spend a lot of time, can't it? Given it crisscrosses across pretty quickly. So it's a hard one. They've probably got enough firepower forward when they're firing, North, haven't they? I think maybe he could play a role another way, Possum, but it's all about North having control of the footy and getting it forward quick enough.
Absolutely. So a 25-point advantage to the South Warrnambool Roosters at half-time here this afternoon on Hampden League Live. The Shojin Concrete scoreboard, 8-5-53 South Warrnambool. They lead the North Warrnambool Eagles 4-4-28. A very entertaining contest, and we might take a break, and we'll be back for the third quarter action, which will be brought to you this afternoon by Badeness Rural.
Hampden League Live for Clinton Bolsh Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, Harvey Norman Computers, Sungold Milk and McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central, 3YB FM.
If there's one thing us Aussies know, it's great coffee. Like the best ever McCafe blend. Expertly made by baristas for a smooth, rich taste that hits the spot every time. Now that's coffee fit for an Aussie.
Woohoo! The footy's back, bigger and better than ever. Just like the boys at Peter Bolsh Bridgestone, now offering full logbook servicing and mechanical. With tyres starting from $60 and zip pay available. Why go anywhere else? Peter Bolsh Bridgestone, Ferry Street.
Need something welded or fabricated? See Warrnambool Sheet Metal. Commercial kitchens, benches, exhaust and new canopies, handrails, gates, mailboxes and toolboxes. There's not much Warrnambool Sheet Metal can't do. Braithwaite Street.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop, time for you, time for me, loving everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. Sun don't.
from trees to traffic. Carter Group is the home of fully trained arborists, offering tree removal, trimming and lopping of trees, along with on-site traffic management planners and high-quality traffic management. Visit cartergroup.com.au.
The Country Care Dental team listen, care and explain so you know you're in good hands. From no-gap cleaning to advanced procedures, they'll look after you. Open 8 to 7 weekdays in Hamilton and Camperdown. countrycaredental.com.au.
When building a new home, the first place to go is Greens Bricks and Windows. They stock PGH Bricks trend windows and doors with double glazing to all styles. Make the right choice. See Greens Bricks and Windows, 7 Robson Street, Warrnambool. Did you know that Badeness Rural have 3 agronomists and an experienced in-store team to help service the needs of their clients? With the right advice and the latest in agriculture technology, they provide a tailored service specific to your farm needs. Helping you boost production and keeping costs in check is what they do best. From on-farm agronomy to decades of expertise in-store to help you get the best results. Call in and see them today. Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Caramit Road, Warrnambool.
Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater has all your fresh meats ready to go. And small goods handmade on the premises daily. Yeah! Find Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater at Lucas Brothers Butchers with easy, convenient drive-through. Corner of Banyan and Lava Streets, Warrnambool.
You gotta get down to Pontings, they're the expert crew, who are always here for you. It's where the locals go, and the tradies know. You gotta get down to Pontings. We've got ya.
Harvey Norman, your premium Optus dealer. Receive a $400 Harvey Norman gift card when you connect to a new $69 a month, 24-month SIM-only plan with 80 gigabytes of data for use in Oz. Available now at Harvey Norman. Offer available until withdrawn. Not available with any other offers. Minimum plan cost $1,656 over 24 months. Visit hn.com.au/Optus-BYO for terms and conditions.
Go! Need insurance? See MGA Insurance Group. Great service, expert advice and competitive premiums for farmers, business owners and transport operators. Call Dennis and Gareth Morgan and Glenn Skilbeck, 55596 200.
On 3YBFM, this is Hampden League Live for McDonald's, Warrnambool East and Central, MGA Insurance and Pontings Mitre 10.
Welcome back to Hampden League Live. The halftime break almost over here at the Friendly Societies Park. And it's the Roosters that'll lead by 25 points as we start the third quarter very, very soon. 8-5-53 South Warrnambool, 4-4-28 the North Warrnambool Eagles. A better second term from the Eagles as Poss and Eyes discussed just before. Blackie, all thanks to Rent for Keeps and Sentence Accountant Stats. Can you go through some major stat winners and some goal kickers?
Yeah, well, we'll go through the centre clearances. South Warrnambool 8. North Warrnambool 3, inside 50s 26-19 the Roosters way, marks inside 57 to the Roosters and 2 for the North Warrnambool Eagles. Goal kickers Will White has kicked a couple along with the Max Irving, singles for Sam Kelly, Rick Henderson, Shannon Bax and Liam Mule, and all singles for the North Warrnambool Eagles, Bailey Keast, Matty Wines, Felix Jones and Jet Birmingham. Look, they made up one goal, 12 points they made up, so they're still 25 behind. Fair lead, especially if the Roosters have a good term. Some of the better players, Liam Mule, Archie Stevens has been good, Bridgewater's been excellent. Maxie Irvin, I've liked his game, very much of a live wire. Mullins in the back line along with Harry Lee's been good. And impressive for the North Warrnambool Eagles, Tate Porter. He's really hard at it. Ben Kellett's having a good time in the ruck. Bailey Jenkinson in the back line's been really good. Jet Birmingham. Billy Smets has been fantastic. And Nathan Barty, some of his tap work has been real good that quarter. So pretty handy lead to the Roosters. So, you know, if they can outscore them this quarter, it's going to be hard for the Eagles to get back in it. But they picked up their intensity, especially around the ball, a contested ball. If they can get some free ball in the Vardy's, because they've only taken a 2 marks inside 50 to the Roosters 7, so they need to get some free ball into Barty and, you know, kick some easy goals.
I mentioned Eyes when you boys were having a little spell there earlier on, Blackie. What do they do with Adam Wines now? Does he go back again, or do they continue to have him in attack, because they have to win the game, don't they, from here? They can't plug too many holes. I mean, I know they're still, it's not to that point where they're going to be...
he's back.
He's going to start back. So that's interesting. And looks like they got McKinnon going forward too. I think I've seen him down in the forward line. So that's interesting to see. But, look, I think we'll get a fair idea halfway through this quarter which way it could end up, Blackie. But, look, they're still in at the Eagles. They did, as we said at quarter time, we said they didn't have to be in front at half time, but they needed to eat into the deficit. They were able to do that by a couple of goals. So still game on.
25 points, yeah.
Sorry, Blackie, I was just going to say, all thanks to RSK, I reckon they're one down, the Roosters. I reckon Liam Mullen might be a little bit sore, might not be taking his place in the second half. He was with physiotherapist Tony Horse-Pritchard towards that latter part of that second term, just doing a little bit of work. And I just reckon
he's come in with ribs.
Yeah.
He's been out with ribs and come back in, so hopefully it's not another rib.
Yeah, let's get some third quarter action underway, all thanks to Badeness Rural, and the Roosters lead by 25 points. Birmingham busy early, gets it off to Jenkinson. Goes inside forward 50. Burke's going to be the target. Awkward bounce for him. Palm down, nice by Thomas. And they're going to get a stoppage right on the half-forward line for the North Warrnambool Eagles. So, geez, if they can get a goal or 2 goals and really restrict the Roosters with the end that's probably been the goal-kicking end this quarter, look out for the North Warrnambool Eagles. Callagh got the tap down. Overrunning there was Smets. Free kick. And Smets will get the resultant free kick 50 metres out.
Yeah, been fantastic, Billy Smets. He's started the way that he finished that second quarter. He's got Jenkinson running past, but ignores him. I think he might end up having a shot. He wants to pass it off. Now he'll go long top of the goal square. Good kick too. It's got a lot of carry on it. Vardy, front position, couldn't take the mark. Came down to Yule, control it. Came back to Vardy. Got a handball back, but... going nowhere down there is Jack Burke, and there'll be a ball up. So danger zone here for the Roosters, because this is where Vardy does a lot of good work. So watch him here. Up he goes. Nice palm down. Beautifully done, but he couldn't get any separation. That might have been Grundy down there. And,
put it straight on his chest, though, didn't he?
He did indeed. So Alan Blackburn down on the boundary for Arts for K. You've got an injury update.
No, I think the wind's dropped a bit. So, it dropped off a little bit. So...
Can go either way here at the friendlies. You can either be howling by the last quarter or nothing, and it looks like it's heading towards the nothing.
Dropped off a bit.
Which is, very rare here. But I'll tell you what, in terms of sunshine, it's been magnificent.
Beautiful.
I thought this morning was going to be a bit rough, Alan, but it's been fantastic. So Vardy, from the boundary line, got it back. He tapped it out, and Bridgewater actually roved it in the end. And there's going to be another stoppage here as the boys, they're having a bit of a how do you do there. A little bit like Langdon last night when he took possession for the first time, and the Collingwood boys said, take this young man.
One trick pony.
So to let him know late too, I reckon.
They did. So Vardy, up it goes. Front position, beautiful tap down again. But the Roosters are starting to get onto this a bit now, and they're aware of Vardy's good ruck work. There'll be another ball up right in front of the Social Club. Good crowd in attendance here at the Friendly Society's Park this afternoon too. A lot at the bar, a lot up in front of the Social Club, down in front of us. Good to see. So
and a lot of people here early too. There were.
And we've seen a good Rezzies game too. Vardy, nice tap, goes to Birmingham. Can he gather? He can't. Smets is in there as well. He couldn't gather either. There'll be another ball in here. Gee, it's pretty contested down there. So again, it's a free kick to South, is it?
Yeah, just held on a little bit too long there, Harry Keast on Yule.
So it'll go to Yule, Trent Hill.
He certainly will. Short kick.
Will, Trent Hill.
Here's Isaac Thomas. Goes across the face of the 50, a spot-up kick. They're a good kicking team, the Roosters. Goes further down the ground, Harry Lee. He'll put on the boot, a little bit of a worm burner. Falls into the hands of Bailey Keast. And probably could have been a little bit more careful, that kick, Big H, one of the co-captains. Keast, who's the inclusion this week, he's been a pretty good performer this afternoon. Follows up his own football, and he's wrapped up. A couple of tough tackles on him there on that outer side wing, and we'll have a stoppage on true centre wing. So we've played 3 and a bit minutes. No scoring. It's still a 25-point margin to the Roosters, and the raffle ticket number 38770. 38770 for those at home that
First
have...
one I looked at, Blackburn.
Here's Stevens, inside forward 50. Jack Dye on the lead, and he hits him. He had to stretch for it, and he took a nice mark.
Hey, Blackburn.
Did he get it?
770.
Ha Blackers.
38770.
That's the one. 38770.
Blackie. Walk across the ground with your microphone.
I thought that was a fake all the time.
Go see Stevie Harris and the team. They'll look after you, Blackie. So Jack Dye looking for the first proper shot of goal in quarter number 3.
What is it? I don't know.
A couple of hash brown vouchers for Butcher and Blackie on a Sunday morning. Here's Jack Dye on the boundary. That's a great kick.
What a
I've just read the prize, actually. Just read it. What do you have to drink with Bexy between 9 and midnight?
Well, I was just talking to him for about 5 minutes now.
That wasn't a bad kick off the boot there from Dye, but just faded a little bit in a minor score. So 8-6-54 to 4-4-28. 26 points the margin, and Adam Wines just directing play, and he goes short to his brother. And he had to be careful there because Stevens was just nipping at his heels and almost got a palm to it to cause a spoil.
Nipping at his heels.
He was. He's a good player, Archie Stevens. So Lukey Wines in the long sleeve jersey. He'll go short, finds Jackson Grundy, tied up the boundary line, half-back flank, broadcast side in front of the big crowd here at the Friendly Societies Park. And they're just clogging up the spots, aren't they, the Roosters? They defend well. They get into the right spots. He's had to sort of kick and hope McKinnon's going to fly, as does Batten. No one could bring it down. Burke gets it, but he's wrapped to his chest, and a good tackle in the end. And it's Jetty Herman who's tackling beautifully. Well, actually, Xavier Farley, number 20, and we'll have a stoppage inside the centre square.
Yeah, so no score so far in our third quarter action, brought to you by Spade Nest Rural. Ball comes out the back, 1 point. It's a Blackie, so Porter kicks down. Well done there by South. That was by Henderson. Got it forward. So did White. Batten dropped what he probably should have taken. Falls to ground. Bailey Jenkinson gets on it first. He couldn't control it. Falls out the back again. Stacks on the mill. Umpire Gavin Sell says, "Give it to me, boys. I'll toss it up." And it is just about 45 metres out, directly in front of the South Warrnambool goal. So just the 1 point added by the Roosters this quarter. Up it goes, or a free kick in the back, was it? No, another ball up. Gee, I tell you what, if we were counting ball-ups, Blackie, how many would that be for the afternoon? A lot. And a lot of free kicks played too, to be honest. So, ball up again. This time it's going to be Callett and Bex. Bex chucked Callett out of the road, did well, and he got a little kick to the ball. Comes out towards Dye, ran over it. Getting back is Sinclair for North. He's on hands and knees, and the umpire again comes in and says no one's going nowhere. We'll throw it up forward pocket in the danger zone for the North Warrnambool Eagles because the South Warrnambool Roosters are attacking. They lead 8-6-54 on the Shojin Concrete scoreboard, 4-4-28. We've played, what have we played in this?
6.5.
6.5 on the battery wheel time clock.
They kick it out, the Eagles. And I'll tell you what, it's a real fight to try and get the football again from both sides. Oh, good pick up by Smets. He's an A-grader. Finds Lukey Wines, draws the handball over the top, and he'll get it to a teammate in Keys.
No one to kick it to. No one there.
Wines circles back, retreats back, and has to go back to his brother. So they get some numbers forward of the football, the Eagles. He'll go short by a foot. Geez, they clog up the space well. Blackie, don't they, the Roosters?
They do, mate. They switch the ball well, North Warrnambool, but unfortunately there was no one to kick it to.
Porter will go long down the line. Burke's going to have to fly, as is Callett. Birmingham was the man. They got it out to Keys. Smets, inside 50, wasn't his best. Has to take on a few. They're outnumbered here. Gallishan just inside the boundary line, left foot snap, out of bounds on the full, and the Eagles will get the resultant free kick. So some good pressure from both sides. No one's kicked a goal in this third term as yet. 7.5 minutes on the battery wheel time clock, and it's going to be Harry Keys who's got the ball in hand. Lukey Wines loves to run. He sells the candy, runs around from 30, rings, bring it around, but not enough.
Nelly.
And a minor score for Luke Wines, and I'll tell you what, he's already got the goal of the year, that 5-bounce goal that he kicked out at Eagle Park only weeks ago, and that would have been another beauty on the resume for Lukey Wines in 2022.
He's had a good year, mate.
Terrific
year.
I'll tell you what, when we think about Scotty Stewart Team of the Year, halfback flank could be his. Judy Green gets the kick in, works it around to the top of the square. Vardy has to take on 3. Thomas did really well in the end of the year for the Roosters, and we're going to have a stoppage right in the centre square.
Bit stiff. Thomas didn't get a free kick.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it was brave.
Big Vardy, isn't he? 3 blokes against him there.
He does a lot, and here he is at these ruck contests. Very dangerous. Got it down. Was that Wines that gathered and couldn't get it to his foot? No, I don't think.
Ball number ball up number 12 for the quarter, Philip.
They need a goal too, North, because, again, South will be more than happy with how it's been played now, where goals are almost impossible to get. So North just need some reward, don't they?
Yeah, so rush behind to the Eagles, so they go on to 4-6-30 on the Trojan Concrete scoreboard, 8-6-54. Alan Blackburn for Arts and K. Matthew Wines, is he out there in this third quarter? I'm not sure that he is. And I'm not sure that, he was stretching a quad in that second
he looked
quarter.
like he was limping a little in the second quarter.
So the Eagles may, in fact, be one down as well. So
Mullins for the Roosters, but we don't know.
Here he is, limping.
Yes, there he is. So I think that confirms it. So I think it probably a tie.
He's in his gear.
I reckon it's a calf too, because he's moving even stiffer than he was before.
Yeah, well, that's not a good sign for the Eagles at this time of the year. Here's Rantel in the meantime for South. Now, where's this going to bounce? Bouncing to the advantage of Henderson. He'll kick it off the ground for a Lucas Brothers Butcher Snag of the Day contender. Ricky Henderson kicked it out of midair for a goal. And the Roosters go under 9-6. That's 60 on the Trojan Concrete scoreboard. They leave the Eagles 4-5-29. Ice Kelson, that was probably the first real free-flowing passage of play we've had this afternoon.
Yeah, and unfortunately for North, it was South Warrnambool who had that free passage of play, because after doing all the hard work for 7 or 8 minutes of the first quarter, South just scores one so easily, and the laconic Henderson doesn't want to get his hands dirty, just kicks it out of mid-air and straight through.
That was a good kick.
It was a certain amount of risk, though, wasn't there, Blackie? Because he could have took possession without a problem and not put a nice little drop punt on the board. No. Here we go. Fred Hill.
Had a bit of Pagan's paddock about it, that goal, didn't they? They opened the space up, the Roosters, and, well, I tell you what, they're up by 31 points now. Over the shoulder, free kick for the Eagles. They need to respond here, the North Warrnambool Eagles.
And they have to take a risk now. There's no more of this chipping the ball backwards or whatever. They just got to take a risk. Even if it's bombing it in, they just have to take some sort of a risk.
So high up and under kick. Not his best, Bailey Keys. They fly, and a nice mark taken by Big Bridgewater. Geez, Ollie's improved a heap. Great to see. Miles McCluggage, he's smooth by foot. Good kick in the end. Finds Henderson on that outer side wing. What a year he's had, Jed Henderson. He'll go longer down the line. Herman has to take on two, but a nice reading mark there by Austin Sinclair. He's been one of their big improvers.
The middle would be the go.
So just can't remain stationary, the Eagles. They've just got to get that quick ball movement going. Wasn't his best. It was a spearing pass. Smets might read it okay. Coming in hard was Galashan. That was tough. And that's a free kick.
Unfortunately, he was open when he come through, and Billy kind of got one high.
Hopefully he's okay, Smets.
We haven't seen him being able to get up yet. Just hopefully
he's holding his head here. I can see a bit of a view. He looks a bit
down,
sore.
Boys. They're both down too. Galashan's in a bit of trouble himself, I think.
Just a real good.
Might have been a clash of heads too, I reckon, boys, for sure.
Both are getting up.
They can't afford to lose him.
Clash of heads for sure.
Deep breath.
He must have
blood rule for Billy.
So Arts and K report down on the boundary line. Alan Blackburn and Corey Galachan might be coming from the ground as well.
And also Rick Henderson's coming off for well. He's looking a little bit sore as well. So,
gee, that was a tough contest though, wasn't it? Three blokes going hard at the footy. It was terrific to
Mullins
see.
is off at this stage for South Warrnambool. Matty Wines has changed. So with a calf or something like that for North Warrnambool, Billy Smets and Corey Galachan.
Corey's out there. He's still okay. I reckon Billy's just going to have a deep breath and have a bit of a clean up. Hopefully he's okay.
I don't think Henderson's too good. He's just come off, so we'll see what happens.
Hopefully there's not too much carnage from this round, because both sides want their best players. In a couple of weeks' time, they'll go sideways here, Adam Wine. So there's just, I'll tell you what, you take your hat off to the South Warrnambool Roosters. Their defensive works second to none.
Set up well, don't they?
They set up well. They're clogging up the holes, and there's just no free space for the North Warrnambool Eagles to get through. Harry Keys, he'll have to go long down the line, but it's just it's a one-on-one every time. Good punch away by Lee. High up and under kick from Shannon Becks, and Smell Cal, the 150 gamer, big Smell Cal. He takes the mark, 80 from home. So we'll go around the grounds very soon. We'll just see where this play takes us. Callie, the 150 gamer, hit a beautiful goal in that first quarter.
I'm glad I got Possum instead of Smell.
He goes inside forward 50.
Exactly.
Big fly, uncontested mark from Big Shannon Becks. And Becks will kick for goal. 40 metres out, 45-degree angle. And this might hurt the North Warrnambool Eagles if he's able to convert. But just marked it with these eyes.
Yeah, well, he actually marked it without anyone seemingly on him, didn't he? And
just read it better than the others, I think. And big long arms went up.
That's right. He's got the big long gadget arms. That's for sure.
He would have kicked 9 million goals from here, living just up the hill too from this position.
He's kicked one this afternoon, Shannon Becks.
He would have.
Looking for goal number 2 and to extend the lead to 37.
He hasn't kicked 9 million and one.
No, he's hooked it and a minus score. Let's go around the grounds, all thanks to the McLaren Hunt Financial Group. We've got Spooky Senate up at the Reed Oval. Warner will take you on Camperdown. Spook, what's the latest?
3 minutes in the third quarter. Warrnambool still lead 11-9-75 to 5-6-36.
Henry Robertson up at the Cobden Rec Reserve. Cobden take you on Hamilton. Henry, what's the latest?
We're 20-minute mark of the third quarter. It's Hamilton's kicked 4 goals to Cobden 1, so they now lead 9-6-60 to Cobden 8-10-58.
Gee, a seesawing affair up at the Cobden Rec Reserve. And Tony Jackson's looking after Terang, Mortlake and Portland. Jacko, what's the latest?
Into the third quarter, and Terang have kicked 4 goals to 1 that quarter, so they lead 8-9-57 to 6-13-49.
Jeepers, we've got a good last quarter coming up at the Terang Recreation Reserve. Thanks to Jacko covering the game for there as well. So some close games at the other venues, boys.
Well, that's what you want, Alan.
Very, very much. And Terang Mortlake going all right. And wonder who's kicked the goals. Probably Jason Rowe might have kicked a few for Warrnambool Hilly. So no Sam Cowling. He's unfortunately come in for 1 week and then he went out with his knee, the poor thing.
Yeah, well, he certainly didn't look too good last week, Alan, did he, at different times in the game. So back here at the Friendly Societies Park, in front of a big crowd here this afternoon, Hampden League Live. Alan Blackburn's won the raffle, if you don't know, out there. So, Trish, whatever it is,
Good
you can
news,
take it off him.
Good news, too, that Rick Anderson's coming back on. So, good news for the Roosters.
Of the 555,000 raffle tickets we've bought since we started Hampden League Live, how many times have we won it and not known? And
I think this is the only legitimate one that actually gives a prize, so I'm a bit lucky, aren't I?
You'll go to collect it, it'll be, sorry, it's already been collected.
Yeah.
So might be an SNL distributors hamper or something.
Hey, where's the lollies? Where's the lollies? Get the lollies out. Good segue. Trent Hill as Specs kicks it out. It goes down. It couldn't mark was Jenkinson, but he dived back on it. Is he going to be penalised for diving on it? He might be here, will he? No. Umpire Lockheed said...
We'll get about at three-quarter time, and I got a new 12 strawberry to try for you blokes.
Beautifully done. Benny Evans, he's at SL Distributors too. Shout out to Benny. Up it goes, Bex. Knocks it down, falls to ground, winds, that's Luke, grabs it. Birmingham was beautiful. Got it to Porter. Porter went over the top looking for Judah Green, but it went over the line out of bounds right in front of the change rooms here this afternoon in the South Warrnambool Football Club.
We actually had a Christmas in August at the Pavilion last night because we're going that well, us blokes, our sales reps.
Is that why you're a little bit grumpy, Blackie? Not much sleep.
I'm not grumpy.
I'd say they were just doing that so they can sack half is on Monday.
All that little comment has done, Alan, has put great more pressure on you for the second half of the year. Here's Grundy for the Eagles, goes down the line. Harry Lee is getting back in front of Vardy, and he forces the ball over the line and out of bounds. We've played how many minutes on the Battery World time clock?
16 and a half.
16 and a half. The Roosters lead 9-6-60, 4-5-29 children. Concrete scoreboard, Badeness Rural, third quarter action.
I tell you feel for Vardy. I know you guys have spoken about it, but just, he's taking on 3 every time, isn't he? It's a really hard...
Still no Parrish, so Parrish and Chopper Lewis in
Johnston as well.
All Dion Johnson.
So, there's a bit to come back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Smet's back out there too, boys, which is good.
So no one got the clear, decisive tap down. Nice bit of work there by Hussey. Socket off the boot there by the Roosters. And I'll tell you what, I just love the way they filter in big numbers, South Warrnambool. Every tackling contest, they got 2 or 3. They push back in numbers. They're well drilled. There's no doubt about it. Callett, been a good duel up against Bridgewater. Got it down. Ewell with the clearing kick. They've got one extra here, and Jenkinson went through his fingers. Wines working back, tries to get out of the tackle. Nice bit of work there by Jack Dye, and that's a win for the Roosters for mine. There were 3-on-1 on that occasion, and Jack Dye was just able to hold up proceedings and caused the stoppage right on the 50-metre line for the South Warrnambool. So 9-6-60 to 4-5-29. There's only been 1 goal kicked by the Roosters in this third term, and that was a beautiful soccer goal there from Ricky Henderson. Good tackle by Archie Stevens. That's holding the ball, and he lets him know about it too. So there's just been a few little spot fires between the young ones.
Hussey doesn't mind a bit of
he's tough.
Bit of a blue.
I'll tell you what, this boy's been very good today, Stevens. He is a real jet of the competition.
He's unbelievable.
And I'll tell you what, I reckon he'll be featuring highly in our thinking for our Matthews Petroleum Player of the Day. Certainly had a good first half and been solid in this third term. Looks to kick to the top of the square. Watch for the fly. They're back and a good mark by Bex.
Put that down.
Matco Hire, highlight of the day, contender. And I seem to reckon that might have been a bit of a set play as well because he was just looking where Bex was. He set himself and took a beautiful contested mark. 45-degree angle. Will he go the conventional drop punt, Blackie, or will he go for the right foot snap? I reckon he's going to go the snap.
Going to go around the corner, I think.
So Bex, he's kicked one this afternoon. A Matco Hire highlight mark. Can he cap it off and extend that lead out to 37 points as we hit the 20-minute mark of this third term? Comes around and a bit narrow and a minor score for Shan.
Hasn't got the boot on today, Shanny.
He hasn't. 9-7.
A one-step kick too, and Shanny needed
he could come around a little bit more. 9-7-61 to 4-5-29. That's on the Shojin Concrete scoreboard. Almost 9.5 minutes gone on the Battery World time clock, and the Eagles go through the corridor, and they need to get that fast-paced brand going so they can get some forward entries.
That was good movement. Wines to Burke. Now Burke gets it out to Grundy.
I'm with Eyes. I think they need to bring Adam Wines forward and swap him with McKinnon, I reckon.
Yep, you're right. They got to, as I said, they got to win it, not defend it now. And
they got to kick goals.
They need to kick goals.
It's going to be hard enough anyway.
Here's Bailey Jenkinson, halfback flank extraordinaire, goes short, good little kick too, found a Grundy. No, that was Keast. Come out to James, he's in a bit of trouble. Now Adam Lyons has a chance, got it out to Luke. Where's he going to go? This way, that away. Dodges one, dodges two, top of the goal square again, getting numbers back in front of Vardy. There's no future in that. They've got to get some separation down there. There'll be a ball up about 25 metres out from the North Warrnambool goal. And Eyes, that's just a classic example. They're just dropping back numbers on Vardy and not allowing one-on-one.
No knock on Vardy, but he's not the right man for the occasion now. They need to get him out of that forward line, and just even if there are a couple of really nimble blokes, they're just making it too easy for South.
Bit of separation.
Dropping numbers back, aren't they? So here's a chance for little Will White. He couldn't gather it. Gee, Sinclair could. Beautifully done. Little right foot, top of the goal square. This time Vardy again knows McKinnon that time, but again Harry Lee came over the top, just affected the spoil. It's gone over the line and out of bounds in that forward pocket at the midfield meet end of Friendly Societies Park here this afternoon. Battery World time clock, we've just ticked into 21 minutes.
So the quarter won't go long, 1-3 to 2 points. No. So I wouldn't have thought it would go that long.
They've had a few stoppages though too, haven't they?
Yeah, probably right.
It has been, and here's another one because Gavin Sells says, boys, we'll ball it up. So watch for Vardy here again. He hasn't got Matty Wines riding shotgun now because he's out of the game with what appears to be either a thigh or a calf injury, so that's no good for the North Warrnambool Eagles. Up it goes. No. Vardy. Actually won it from behind was Bridgewater. That was good. Came back there towards Burke. Little handball, gave it to his teammate under pressure. Again, Stacks on the mill and Gavin. They're in there having a bit of a dip, the boys, but Gavin Sell says, hang on, boys, sort it out. I'll throw it up. Almost exactly the same spot. And, I think if I was Nathan Vardy, I'd nearly go for the big bang here and just try and get into some space, because the Roosters are happy enough with this. Nice little tap over the back, but it only favoured Rantel. Now he gets a little handball to Hussey. His handball was smothered. Jumping on it out there was number 29 for the Roosters, was Herman. And this time it's gone over the line and out of bounds. Trent, I'll see if you can clear this stoppage.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I reckon they've got to do something with Harry Lee too. Just commonly over the day, Blake, he's just come over the top. So do you need to man someone up on Harry Lee to make him a little bit more accountable as well?
I think it's more the delivery inside, and Vardy can't get any separation. That's what it is. So they're
and it's made for Harry. He can just
sitting it up there, hoping he'll take a mark.
Here we go. It might be Birmingham of age one. Birmingham goal for the Eagles. No, might have been touched on the line. And the umpire says they're confirming.
Score review we're going to.
He's going to call it a goal.
Where are we going to go to? Us?
He's a goal.
It's a goal.
That is controversial. The North blokes were all celebrating.
I'll tell you what, that would have been a great goal by Birmingham, but touched on the line.
How can you make a judgment on that based on...
no, he straddled the line, so the South bloke come in at the finish.
Yeah, he was in the right position.
Fair enough, fair enough, Alan. Fair enough.
Tough gig when you haven't got the technology, so...
he straddled the line, done a good job.
We've got to back him in. Yes. So not the result, not the result by the Eagles.
Where's the replay?
He just wanted to be close.
Good tackle on Herman there on Wines, and we'll have a stoppage. So 60 from home for the North Warrnambool Eagles. 4-6-30 to 9-7-61, a 31-point margin She's been a real dour third term, that is for sure. And I'll tell you what, it's probably played into the Roosters' hands a little bit. They're happy with just defending, because the Eagles, well, they've got to kick 6 goals to nothing to try and get a win here at the Friendly Societies Park in Birmingham. I'll tell you what, he's really stamped himself as an A-grade player. We know he was good last year with his Maskell medal win, but geez, a good player, young Birmingham. Coming through there hard was Harry Keast. And no one's making their way through. Rantall, hasn't he been a big improver, Blackie?
Been terrific. They've got some good kids. Young Irving, young Will White. You know, just across the board, they've got some really good kids.
They have. Still a fair bit from home for the North Warrnambool Eagles, and another stoppage. So while we thought it might have been a short quarter because we only had the 1 goal kicked.
A lot of stoppages.
A lot of stoppages. Umpire Sal, I reckon you might get a bit of RSI in that hand after throwing that ball up a number of times this afternoon. Henderson gathers, evades, gets the handball out, trying to trap a teammate in Farley. Can the Eagles construct something here whilst they're in their forward 50? They're unable to do so. Another stoppage. And I might hand it over to you, Poss, to see whether you can create something. Blackie, some centre account stats.
Good on you.
For this quarter, righto. So centre clearances is... what have we got? We've only got 2 to the North Warrnambool Eagles for this quarter. Inside 50s even, so not much in the stat-wise, mate. We've only kicked 1 goal for the quarter. So.
Kellett got it to Keast, and he's got him for holding the ball. So the free kick will go to Hussey for South. Goes short, good kick on a lead is Kelly. Oh, couldn't make a big collision, but backing up there is Thompson. Here's a one-on-one with Jenkinson. Oh, nice mark by Henderson, a one-hander. So Henderson comes around, kicks at the top of the goal square, and a good mark taken. And that might be Will White, is it? No, it's Dye. So Dye's taken the mark.
RS Dye.
And if you've missed it this afternoon, our Matco highlight of the day, Ellen Blackburn's won the raffle. Winner number 38770 on the Trojan Concrete scoreboard flashes by.
No one's redeemed it yet, so they might redraw.
What do you win?
He might be ineligible. Who knows?
5 for 2 to Yambuck.
Well, that'd suit you.
Why?
No, Bracknell's a new place, Blackie.
Go down the slide. Go down the slide a few times and go for a skinny dip.
I think you win that dog that's been getting around all day.
Dye's coming in for goal number 35 of the season, and to extend the Roosters' lead, drop punt on its way, straight over top of the umpire's hat. So 10-7, 67, the Trojan Concrete scoreboard. That's the South Warrnambool Roosters. They now lead comfortably over the North Warrnambool Eagles, 4-6-30. We've played almost 26 minutes in the Battery Wheel time clock. Third quarter action here this afternoon on Hampden League Live, brought to you by Badeness Rural. Eyes Kelson, they're getting on top, the Roosters.
They are certainly doing that if they weren't already on top. And as I said, it's just become,
not a bad effort for bringing 8 or 9 players in 1 week.
They've looked sound, haven't they, the Roosters?
No question about that. And as I said, maybe a little bit different when they get away from this ground because they just play it so well. But nonetheless, they've looked fantastic.
You'll in the hustle and bustle of the centre oval here at the Friendlies, and you'll get the resultant free kick. He's just tough, Yulay Mule. He's got Irving on the outer side, but he'll go straight down, and their short kicking game's been terrific. 50 metres too. We might go around the grounds very soon. We'll just see what Liam Yule can do with this. So 50-metre penalty, and this puts him within range. And I'll tell you what, if he kicks this certainly, it puts
probably all over.
Puts it all out of range for the Eagles, isn't it? You know, I'm not going to call it yet because the Eagles can play some fast brand footy, but a lot of things would have to change in that final term. But Yule, he'll kick from 40. Straight in front to kick goal number 11. Slews off the side of the boot. Not his best. Kelly almost marked on the last line defence. Loose football. Gathered. Handball's out.
Good handball.
Comes out to Hussey. Henderson. Standing start. Shortens a kick, but he finds it only as far as Jenkinson. And he takes the mark about 30 out from his defensive goals.
No, we can't be chipping, old mate.
Well, let's go around the grounds. All thanks to the McLaren Hunt Financial Group. Spooky Synod up at the Reed Oval. Camperdown taking on the Blues. What's happening up there, Spook?
17-minute mark in the third quarter. Warrnambool 13-9-87. Camperdown 6-9-45. So 42 points.
Good lead there to the Warrnambool Blues. Henry Robertson looking after Cobden and the Hamilton Kangaroos. Henry, what's the latest?
She's game on here at three-quarter time, boys. It's Cobden 9-11-65, leading Hamilton Kangaroos 9-8-60, and big Mickey Taronius on debut for Cobden has kicked 5 till three-quarter time.
Oh, Jeebus, what a great debut by Nicky Coronius. I love it. And our final game is Terang Mortlake taking on the Portland Tigers. It was close at three-quarter time. I know they would have started the last quarter. And Jacko, Tony Jackson, what's the latest?
Well, we're 9 minutes into the last, and Portland has kicked a couple of quick goals here. It's 8-9-57 Terang, and Portland are 8-14-62.
Oh, jeepers, a close game up at really reserve as well.
Might have a sniff of what's going on here at the friendlies, Portland. They've got to keep their hopes alive. Top three, don't they?
Absolutely. Vardy up the ground. He'll do the ruck work, tapping it forward, but just over the boundary line, and we'll have a boundary throw-in. So I reckon we're ticked over about 28 minutes on the time clock, brought to you by Battery World. So we're nearing three-quarter time, and the Roosters leading by 37. What would Adam Dowie be doing with his coaching staff? What would the discussions be at the moment on how they can try and remain in this game, in this last quarter coming up?
That's a really tough question, isn't it? I think from here, Trent, it's more about building some confidence for meeting South on another occasion, because I think this game's beyond them here. I don't think they can. They
need to get some free footy going.
And get some free, which is easier said than done, though.
They've only taken 2 marks inside 50, Hilly. So
well, double trouble here because the free kick was paid to little Maxi Irving, and then Tate Porter proceeded to sort of tell umpire Lucky that he wasn't happy, and he's got a 50-metre penalty. So this has brought Maxi Irving to within
number 3, Maxi.
He could to within kicking distance. Little left footer kick on its way. It's a bit of a wobbler. It won't quite make the distance. Getting back, affecting the small. Or was it paid the mark?
Smell Kel.
He's paid the mark to Kel.
Has he? I think he has.
He has.
Yes,
game number 150.
Hey, Possum,
to Kelly.
Come back to Maxi Irving.
Yep.
He must have done a lot right, because for all the changes they've made, you'd reckon a kid like Maxi might have been one of the ones teetering on the edge.
Yeah. Especially with Will White coming back in.
Absolutely.
Similar players.
So they must be really happy with the role that he's playing.
Yeah, well,
Smell's got a good angle here from where he marked it. Should have been right on
He
the
should
line.
be closer to Bexy's house.
Hey, well, he's going to go back and kick his second for the afternoon in game number 150. Makes no mistake, and the Roosters go on their merry way. They're 11-7. That's 73 on the Showden Concrete scoreboard. They're running away from the North Warrnambool Eagles, who are stranded on 4-6-30. That is on the Showden Concrete scoreboard. Third quarter action here this afternoon. Alan Blackburn for Badeness Rural, and they're 43 points adrift.
And as we said, the wind's dropped, so not much advantage now, and it's just going to make it that hard for the North Warrnambool. And that was their, boys, that was their 7 and 5, 12th mark inside 50. And North Warrnambool only had 2 marks. So that just goes, the pressure from South Warrnambool's been unbelievable. Haven't given any free ball going forward. The way they set up behind the ball, Hilly, is really good. So great defensive play by South Warrnambool, I think.
Absolutely. I'll tell you one thing. I reckon they'd be a little bit disappointed with the amount of 50s that are being conceded today too. Like, whether it's a bit of mouthing off or, it's maybe not a lot in it, still it's a bit of a concern, because it's been 3 or 4 that they've had to go inside forward 50 and result in a bit of score for the Roosters. So no doubt something that I reckon Adam Dowie wouldn't be overly impressed with here at the friendlies this afternoon. So 11-7-73 to 4-6-30. The Roosters doing it on the bit at the moment. 31 minutes this third term's gone for. Brought to you by Badeness Rural, Roger Bade and Brad Ness and the team. Trenny Williamson, the Rooster, he's out this week due to injury, but a great young kid who's fitted in very nicely at Roosterland, that is for sure. Ball thrown up. Bridgewater's done a power of work. Vardy got the tap down. They get to half forward, the Eagles, but this is where the Roosters have excelled, and Thomas has been one of those leading players. Kicks out on the 45, and he finds Liam Ewell. He'll go short by foot to Stevens. Just cleaning up at the end there was Rantel, pushed over the line. They're asking for out of bounds out on the full, and they get it, and they'll get the free kick, Jackson Grundy. So it's the Eagles through Tate Porter. He's just looking and surmising where he'll go that next step, but they're just plugging all the holes, the Roosters. Played a great brand of footy this afternoon. Thomas sets himself, and he takes a nice mark. A contested mark by Isaac Thomas, a real key ingredient in that back six. Goes out wide to Herman, who loves to run. He'll just stop proceedings. He'll just happy to concede and just run the clock off as we're nearing three-quarter time. He'll go short to Harry Lee. Lee back from injury. He'll go short over that outer side. Still in defensive 50, and he finds a teammate in Rantel. So they're happy to chip around and just work the clock down to a three-quarter time here, the Roosters.
We're still in the quaddy eyes or not?
Yeah, not a favourite one the second leg as well, Blackie. So, but we're alive and still kicking, mate.
Hey, it's three-quarter time here at the Rooster Park with the Friendly Societies, and it's South Warrnambool 11-7-73, leading North Warrnambool 4-6-30, a 43-point lead. We'll take a break, come back with final quarter action here on your home of football, Hampden League Live.
Hampden League Live for Clinton Bolsh, Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, Harvey Norman Computers, Sungold Milk, and McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central. 3YBFM.
Harvey Norman, your premium Optus dealer. Receive a $400 Harvey Norman gift card when you connect to a new $69 a month, 24-month SIM-only plan with 80 gigabytes of data for use in Oz. Available now at Harvey Norman. Offer available until withdrawn. Not available with any other offers. Minimum plan cost $1,656 over 24 months. Visit hn.com.au/Optus-BYO for terms and conditions.
Go! Fitz Media Productions is your online broadcast specialist. From meetings and special events to weddings, funerals and sport, Fitz Media's fully equipped mobile broadcast unit provides a professional, reliable live stream anywhere. Contact us today.
I'm Roma Britnell, your local Member of State Parliament. I'm working hard for you and for the South West Coast region to make sure we have a vibrant and prosperous place to live and work. I want to know what matters most to you, to hear your ideas on how to make South West Coast even better. You can email me, catch me on social media, or visit my office in Liebig Street. I'm here to work for you.
Authorised by Roma Britnell MP, 94 Liebig Street, Warrnambool, funded from parliamentary budget.
3 steps: design, plan and construct. Smith & Son Renovations and Extensions take care of all 3 steps to provide you with a smooth and cost-effective process. See Nathan and the team at Smith & Sons, Ferry Street, quality builders and reno specialists.
If you've been injured, make the call. Find out if you have a claim. Madden's Lawyers is the region's most experienced injury compensation firm. Madden's Lawyers. Make the call.
If there's one thing us Aussies know, it's great coffee. Like the best ever McCafe blend. Expertly made by baristas for a smooth, rich taste that hits the spot every time. Now that's coffee fit for an Aussie.
From trees to traffic, Carter Group is the home of fully trained arborists, offering tree removal, trimming and lopping of trees, along with on-site traffic management planners and high-quality traffic management. Visit cartergroup.com.au.
You gotta get down to Pontings, they're the expert crew, who are always here for you. That's where the locals go, and the tradies know. You gotta get down to Pontings, we've got ya.
Right, thanks ladies and gentlemen, got some lovely Angus bullocks here. Right, I've hit 390, 80 got, thank you, 2, 4, 6, 386, 8, 90, 392, 392. Jack Kelly here from J&J Kelly Stock Agency. We've been in business 30 years this year. We've got a great selling team to help market your livestock. We sell every Wednesday and the last Friday of each month at the Warrnambool Livestock Centre. Contact J&J Kelly Stock Agency and staff for all your livestock needs.
Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater has all your fresh meats ready to go. And small goods handmade on the premises daily. Yeah! Find Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater at Lucas Brothers Butchers with easy, convenient drive-through. Corner of Banyan and Lava Streets, Warrnambool.
Stay warm in one of Narrawong Island Holiday Park's fully self-contained cabins where you can enjoy the sound and serenity of the ocean. Narrawong Island Holiday Park, your water escape on the mainland.
Southwest Local News is fast becoming known for its free, trusted, reliable and compassionate local news service. Southwest Local News. Local, free, always will be. 3 nights a week on Fitz Media's Facebook page.
On 3YBFM, this is Hampden League Live for Clinton Bolsh, Warrnambool Nissan, Roma Britnell MP and Madden's Lawyers.
Quarter time here at the Friendly Societies Park, and I tell you what, the Roosters have really flexed their muscles in this round 16 encounter. South Warrnambool leading 11-8-74, North Warrnambool 4-7-31. I'll tell you what, played another good brand of footy in that third term. It wasn't a high-scoring game, but they just defended really, really well. Alan Blackburn, all thanks to Rent for Keeps.
Yeah, a few Senate accountant stats here too, Hilly, for the quarter. 3-3, they kicked the Roosters to 3 behinds for North Warrnambool. Wasn't a lot of inside 50s. I think they only had about 8 apiece. But the big one for me, 12 marks inside 50 for the Roosters, only 2 for North Warrnambool. That is hard to believe. Major goal kickers, Will White's kicked a couple, Sammy Kelly's kicked 2, Rick Henderson's kicked 2, and Max Irving 2, and all singles for the Roosters. But just 2 good eyes, aren't they? They just seem to have some good players, and, only 2 marks inside 50. Well, that sums it up. They haven't had any free footy, have they?
Well, what's happened, Blackie, is South have just choked them. Absolutely choked them, haven't they? Kick 4 goals, a side that's the quality of North Warrnambool. That sort of says it all, I reckon, on a fine day, doesn't it? They just have not allowed them to get any run going at any point in time during this game.
And I reckon the thing, though, it's really stood out to me, eyes, and we made mention of it in that third term, is it was a bit of an unknown on how South were going to go synergy-wise, but I guess with a high number of changes, and blokes that probably haven't played for a few weeks, but they just haven't missed a beat, have they?
No, they have not. They all know the role they need to play, and particularly the back line. I'm just impressed. The centre line and back line know, to get back and fill all of those holes. And as I said, I know, and that's a game that'll hold up at any ground, but in particular here at South, they just know it intimately, don't they?
Yeah, Thomas has been terrific, and Harry Lee's he's that come over the top defender. And
well, it's made for him though. It's made for him when the ball's going in the way, and you can't blame North either. Like they just haven't. They've tried chipping it sideways and finding a way forward, and they've still not been able to. It's just been a frustrating day for North Warrnambool to find any room.
Yeah, and I guess a huge bit of responsibility, I guess, for Vardy up forward. But he's tackling 3 or 4 every time, and he just probably hasn't had that assistance down there as well. So it'll be interesting to see what their alternative structure is going forward into this final term, and just to see what they can, I guess, get out of the rest of this game.
Yeah, you did right. Yeah, she's just a disappointing thing for me is the run from the centre of the ground or from a half-back flank. Lukey Wines has done it a few times, but the 2 marks inside 50 is just, that doesn't, that means they're not getting any free ball and no separation. I know they've got a couple of good forwards out in Parrish and Chopper Lewis.
Johnston.
Who's pretty quick. Dion Johnson's a good player, so... Yeah, it's still disappointing though, and you've got to take your hats off to the Roosters. They're bringing 8 or 9 players in and still do this, so just proves that their fitness base, the guys that have been injured, probably could have brought them in earlier, but they didn't, and they're playing really well. A couple of injuries, unfortunately. Mullins is injured for South Warrnambool, and Matty Wines is injured for either a calf or something like that. So unfortunate. And both might be a few weeks, Hilly, with the final.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you hope it's, best case scenario for those players, because they're the ones you want to see come finals time. So players are in position, and this final term is coming up, and it's brought to you by SunGold Fresh Local Milk. A 43-point lead to the South Warrnambool Roosters. Umpire Lockie just waiting till the ground gets cleared from all the patrons having a kick to kick. Good crowd in attendance. Conditions been in fantastic this afternoon. Let's see what this final term can bring. All thanks to SunGold Fresh Local Milk. Vardy started in the ruck against Bridgewater. Got the tap down. Porter in there straight away. I'll tell you what, he's emerged as a real key ingredient in that North Warrnambool midfield this season. A new recruit coming over from the Merivale Tigers in the off-season. So Vardy and Bridgewater, they'll go at it again. And Vardy gets the front position. Birmingham grabs it, tries to get out. He's tried hard all day. Here's Rantel. I've liked his game. Outside the handball to Irving. He can draw the play, but a free kick or a little bit, it might be
downfield,
and Maxi Irving will get the result and free kick from maybe the high tackle. So he just goes back over his mark, and young Irving, he's kicked a couple this afternoon, goes out wide to Kelly, and he takes a mark. You going to pay it? No. Just hit the deck on that last little bit. Almost got it on the half volley. And he sees it over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. A couple of positional changes. Burke's gone down in that defensive end for the Eagles. Callett's going up forward. So they've mixed it around the North Warrnambool Eagles. Vardy in the ruck. Got the tap down. Only as far as Jackson Grundy. He's wrapped up straight away. And I'll tell you what, they just haven't given him an inch, have they? The midfielders of the Roosters have not given him an inch all day. Blackie, all thanks to Red for Keeps.
Made it hard to go forward and get any free play. And also Adam Wines is going forward also, mate. So
yeah, so the free kick's going to go to Rantel here. So Rantel been pretty good for the Roosters this afternoon too, but he's had plenty of mates. Benny Rantel's going to drive it long, top of the goal square. There'll be a marking contest. Bex will come from behind and takes a good mark. Good contested mark in front of Tommy Batten. So Shannon Bex, he'll go back and try and slot his second for the afternoon. It'll be his 20th for the season if he's successful. And it'll be first blood to the Roosters as well. And if you haven't heard, Alan Blackburn's won the raffle.
Did you go?
Don't worry about the quaddy.
Did you go and inquire about?
Don't worry about the quaddy.
There might be more value in the raffle.
There could be. We don't know what it is. They might change it. They might change the rules when they find out.
Now.
Here comes. Here's Shannon Beck's 35 metres out. Drop punt on its way. It's swinging, but it's not going to make the distance.
Day,
and the ball's been forced over the line for one behind. So the Roosters, they go into 11-9-75 in the Shojin Concrete scoreboards. 4-7-31. Sun Gold Milk, fourth quarter action here at the Friendlies this afternoon on Hampden League Live. Here's Felix Jones. Goes wide, out towards Burke. He marks it out on that far half-back flank. Hasn't had a great impact today, Burke, but he's had a lot of mates as well. So he's elects to go down the line. The Roosters getting back again. Gee, they've done that well all day today, and Bridgewater takes an uncontested mark now. He's got players wide if he wants to use them, but he doesn't in the end. There's a drop me snake. Here's Bridgewater go, big fly from behind by Henderson. He couldn't take the mark. Kelly at ground level couldn't control it. And the umpire will come in and throw it up. Right on that far outer side, as we're looking over the ground, we see Brad McCosh's Taj Mahal being built up to top of the hill. He'll be able to watch the greyhounds, the footy, and the golf all at once up there on that hill.
And the ocean. And the surf.
And the sea. He's got it covered. Here, so Vardy got it down to Birmingham. Birmingham got it over the top to Jones. Jones went over the top again to Grundy, but he's, sorry, that was Bailey Keast. He's wrapped up in a tackle, and it'll be a ball up. Right on that far outer side wing, we wouldn't mind some action over this side of the ground.
Very
Would
good,
we,
mate.
boys, considering 3 out of the 4 of us wear glasses.
Get into the SL Tubes, mate. They're bloody beautiful.
Was that the raffle prize?
Yeah, that's the raffle prize. I didn't know. It's a bag of tubes from SL Distributors. Nathan Vardy's got a free kick out of the ruck. He goes short on a lead. Looking out there for Wines. That's a good mark. Is that Adam Wines? I think when they untangle themselves, it is. He's got a player running past, but he hasn't got time to get up. He's tangled there. Oh, well, he's hanging on to him. He's one of the...
He's got to be hanging.
That's 50 metres.
Now he's up and running. He's going to kick to the top of the goal square. Where's Vardy? Nowhere to be seen. Great little mark out there by little Maxie Irving, I think it is, pushing back in defence.
Vardy's in the ruck, so...
Beautifully done, and he'll relieve across to Liam Ewell.
Hey, let's go around the grounds. All thanks to the McLaren Financial Group. Tony Jackson. A nice mark taken there by Ricky Henderson. But, Jacko, we'll go to you up at the Ridley Recreation Reserve. Terang Mortler taking on Portland. What's the latest?
Scores are level here. We're 27.5 minutes in, and Tauranga got a shot on goal, 35 out on not much of an angle.
We'll get you to call that for us, mate, just to see what happens.
Come on, Jacko.
Will Kane's got it. He's walking in. Kicks on its way. Umpire's moved a bit, but it's a goal to Terang. So they're 75 to Portland 69. Maybe only a minute and a half left.
We'll come back to you in about a minute's time, mate, and we'll try and see whether we get a final score and see whether the Tigers can quickly get one to even it up again. Back here, it's the Roosters leading comfortably. Lukey Wines, he's tried hard all day. Good smother there and a few cramps. Shannon Beck's there cramping up, and there's a player for the North Warrnambool Eagles looks a little bit sore there as well after that marking contest. But I'll tell you what, that could be a big ball over. Terang Mortlake getting the job done with about a minute to go against the Portland Tigers. I'll tell you what, that's certainly dents there. Top three aspirations. So we'll go to Jacko in another 30 seconds or so and just sort of see what's going on. 11-9-75 South Warrnambool, North Warrnambool 4-7-31. And they're just controlling on their terms, the South Warrnambool Roosters, Blackie, aren't they? Defensively they've set up really well and just not giving any breathing room for the Eagles to get any clear, fluent play.
No, you're dead right. Like North have tried hard, but they haven't had, as you said, no free play into their forward line. They're always onto them, tackling and set up well. Isaac Thomas and Harry Lee and the boys behind the footy. And they've used Nick Thompson pretty well as a backman too. So No, they're a good side.
Tommy Keys goes down the line. Big Joe! Good mark. Back go higher. Highlight of the day contender, Joey McKinnon. Short kick on the lead is Felix Jones. He marked it. He was tunnelled and he took the mark nicely. And he'll have a shot from about 50. It's going to be beyond his distance. He's got Lukey Wines there. Go short, son. He's capable of the distance, and Wines will kick from 40 metres out. We'll see what Wines does here, and then we'll go back up to Terang to see what's happening up there. A very close game between the Bloods and the Tigers. So Luke Wines looking to kick his first goal of the afternoon. He's had a couple of chances. Kicks from 45. That's a great kick. But it's going to just swing to the left and a minor score. The connection was great.
Not much going from today.
No, they just haven't had the rub of the luck, have they?
No.
The North Warrnambool Eagles. Let's go back up to Terang. Tony Jackson. Any change in the score up there between Terang, Mortlake and Portland, Jacko?
No change. No change. Terang is still 75. Portland 69. Terang have just marked it in their defensive 50, 40 out. Switch to the scoreboard side. They're just looking to control the ball here at the moment.
How long to go, do we think?
There's the siren right now. So Terang are 6-point winners.
Gee whiz.
Wow. Gee whiz. Hey, Jacko, we'll come back to you and get a bit of a summary just in the end, mate. We won't be far away from getting a bit of a summary from you just for the game, so forth, mate.
No worries at all.
Tony Jackson there. So what a win by Terang Mortlake. And I'll tell you what, that puts a big dent into the Tigers' top 3 aspirations, doesn't it?
It does. It probably finishes it, to be honest. Yeah.
Yep, despite what happens here.
They got a tough run home too.
They have. So
South Warrnambool.
Probably you don't necessarily want to be lining up against a Warrnambool in a final either.
No.
So yeah, it's going to be interesting for Portland.
Yeah. So just before we get back into the action here, we might go down to Spooky Senate, who's covering the big game for us down there. Camperdown versus Warrnambool. Spook, what's the latest?
3 minutes in the last quarter, 14-11-95 to 9-11-65. Camperdown keep last 4 of the third quarter, but then Warrnambool got the first one, the last. So it was 22 points for a good time. Then they shot one then and kicked the point. So.
Nicely done. And Henry Robinson, he's up at the Reed Oval covering the clash between the Cobden. He's down at Cobden covering the clash between Cobden and Hamilton. Henry, your score.
G'day, boys. We're 20-minute mark of the last quarter, and Cobden's kicked 5 goals to Hamilton's 1. So it's Cobden leading 14-13-97. Hamilton Kangaroos 10-10-70.
Yeah, beautifully done. So nice little saving tackle down there in the goal square. That might have been by young Keast, I think. So stopped a certain goal by Rantel. So the North Warrnambool Eagles relieve, and it's come out here to Luke Wines. He's got it on the half-back flank. Getting a bit gloomy here this afternoon. Little short kick was pretty good. Comes out there towards Keast. So this is Harry, half-back flank, comes across looking for Porter under a little bit of pressure from a couple of Roosters, but took the mark, got it to James. James got it back to Porter. Porter will retreat now back to Jenkinson. So they just can't pierce this.
Sting's gone out of this game.
Yeah, they just can't pierce this defence, can they, Blakey? It's been brilliant by the Roosters today. Gives it to Smets, who's been fantastic. Back to Jenkinson. He handballs inboard again to Keese. Back to Jenkinson. Over the top to Luke Wines. That's a little bit better. Luke Wines goes down the line to an open forward line. Harry Lee getting back with McKinnon and forces it over line right in front of the Arena Pavilion here at South Warrnambool this afternoon. 11-10-76. The Roosters, they lead the North Warrnambool Eagles 4-8-32. We've played 10 minutes, just over 10 minutes on the Battery Wheel time clock here in this final quarter, brought to you by Sungold Milk, our fresh local milk.
So here's Porter trying to trap the football. Hussey's been terrific. Boys, Matthews Petroleum Player of the Day. Give me a couple of names, Blackie and Eyes, that you think come in contention.
I'll give you Archie Stevens and probably Liam Yule's been pretty good.
What about you, Eyes?
Well, I can't go past Archie Stevens. Don't want to name the same as you, Blackie, but...
Bridgewater's been good.
Yeah, I thought he was really solid early. Archie, I'm just sticking with one out.
And Alan Blackburn down there for Arts and K to, rub salt into the wounds. Young Jack Burke's just come off clenching his hamstring. So looks as if he might be done for the day too after already losing Matthew Wine. So it hasn't been a great day for the Eagles.
No.
Injury-wise.
Yeah, unfortunate. Especially Matty Wines. He's been a real good player through the midfield. And Calf isn't a 1 or 2 week injuries.
He's been durable too, hasn't he, Snooze? You don't see him with many injuries, so they're probably a little bit unusual for the Snooze man.
And also Billy Smets has been good for him, and Jet Birmingham have been really good for North Warrnambool.
Luke Wines, I reckon, tried hard.
Tate Waters been good.
Luke Wines, absolutely.
Yep.
No, it's been a team effort for the Roosters, that's for sure, and that's why they're leading by 44 points. Tapped down by Callett. Green trapped it. Got the handball out. Porter lost it. Contested footy at its best here at the friendlies. Sinclair tackled. That was Keast. And we'll have a boundary throw-in. So the Sting well and truly out of that game. Raffle winner 38770. Alan Blacker's Blackburn. And that's been one of our Mako Hire highlights of the day this afternoon here at the Friendly Society Park.
If he doesn't collect,
boys, the Sting out of the quaddie too with a rugged result in the third week. There's always one that upsets the apple cart, isn't there?
Here's Birmingham for his second of the day. Kicks to the top of the square, and Thompson marks on the last line defence. Sammy Thompson, he's been terrific. Real steady head down in that defensive six. So they've been great down there, that back six. Real highlight. Here's Kelly. Flies in game 150. You all read it pretty well. Here comes Shannon Becks. He's been busy all afternoon. And a free kick, I reckon, might have been awarded to Becks, but just a fraction too high. He did go in pretty hard first and collected a little bit over the shoulder for young Shan. So Shannon Becks, he's probably really enjoyed this season. Obviously, having the pressure taken off him being that key focal point. Blackie and Eyes, I would have thought, with Dye, Weir, Henderson playing more forward, Callie, they've got a nice line-up down forward, and it just takes that pressure off him a little bit, I reckon.
Oh, absolutely it does. They just share the load so well, don't they? That's the thing.
Well, they got Weir to come back in, so...
Yeah, big fly from behind over there by Henderson. That was Ricky Henderson. He couldn't take the mark. And I tell you what, if Blackie doesn't collect the raffle, he will be in line for the tool of the week, you think?
Well, was there a time? Off time?
Yeah, it expires.
Yeah, it's expired already. So.
Yeah, clock's ticking.
4:59.
Someone ring Ash Kelson.
They said they redraw it at the club. They'll redraw it at 5 o'clock in their club rooms at the Rooster Bar.
So there's the boundary throw in over there. The Roosters in total control here this afternoon. Kick was smothered. Running onto it for the North Warrnambool Eagles, and actually getting in first was Hussey for South. He's tackled to the ground, and there'll be a ball up right on that far. There's been a lot of play over that side of the ground. It's actually a free kick. It might have been Rantel, in fact. So now here's a chance to go forward. Up they go. Big fly from behind by Dye. He took a few out on the way out. One of them was a North Warrnambool Eagle who's on his back, and that might be Jenkinson, I think. And meanwhile, the ball's gone in, and a good contested mark taken out there by Ricky Henderson. And Henderson will go back point-blank range and put his third through for the afternoon, and the Roosters 12th.
It's been a good move down there, hasn't he, really?
Oh, been terrific.
He's fairly solid, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's tall. He can take that contested mark. Bailey Jenkinson on his feet, but he's pretty sore. He's taken a couple of heavy knocks today, and that might have even got that in the same spot. Henderson goes bang for his third, and South Warrnambool's 12-10. 82 on the Showgen Concrete scoreboard. The Eagles stranded on 4-8-32, and we've played almost 15 minutes on the Battery World time clock. Sun Gold Milk fourth quarter action here on Hampden League Live this afternoon from the Friendly Societies Park, as young Harry Keese comes off for a spell and Jet Birmingham goes on.
14th mark inside 50 for the Roosters, and number 3, only 3 for North Warrnambool Eagles. So that tells you something, doesn't it?
They've got the star power down that forward line, that's for sure. And I'll tell you what I like about Henderson's role, and he came to the club with probably a few nigglies last year, but I love it that there's not a lot of pressure of him being the number one player coming in and having to, because he's played AFL, he's got to dominate. I like it that he's just playing a role, and that's
he's
where
just come off and he's give the signal where he's off. He's taken the thumb thing off, so he's finished for the game. He just went like that.
I'm done, boys.
I'm done, boys.
But I love it, Blackie Harris. He's just playing a role, and that's that's all they need him to do. The Roosters, rather than being that someone that accumulates and gets stat after stat.
He must be getting paid by the hour.
I still reckon he can go up a notch as well.
Yeah, I reckon too, Oz.
Do you think we're a bit hard on him or not?
Well, sometimes he appears to be trotting along, but here's Big Vardy. He got it back out there towards Grundy. That was Jackson. Here's little Felix Jones from behind with an opportunity. He handballed over the top. It only went as far as Thomas. A throw, was it? No, it's a free kick to Jones. So along came Jones, and he's battled pretty hard today, little Felix, for limited opportunities up there in that forward line. He's too far out to score because it's an extra 10 metres when you're out in that little hollow down there. He goes short to Porter. And along with Billy Smets, Alan Blackburn probably one of North Warrnambool's best, that's for sure. Tate Porter's been terrific today.
Definitely, and that's another mark. That's a mark inside 50, something they've been lacking, but
yep,
that's their fourth mark inside 50.
Not sure that Tate's got the distance, but he's tried his guts out today. Has he, little Tate Porter? Drop punt on its way. It'll go to the top of the goal square. It'll be a marking contest. Lots of Roosters down there. And Shannon Becks in the end takes an uncontested mark in front of McKinnon. And, well, they've done that pretty often today. They've got lots of numbers out here. He goes short out there to Sam Thompson. He goes to Thomas. That's Isaac. And Isaac Thomas tucked in on the boundary line. Goes inboard, risky. Didn't come off. Getting back onto it, there was little Keast. Got it out to Sinclair, but he's going nowhere. Holding the ball, said the umpire.
Where's the Pryor, boys? Where's the Pryor?
Probably no Pryor, but he did put him under the pump. And there'll be a free kick going to the South Warrnambool Roosters. And it's going to Farley, Xavier Farley, son of the great Gerard. Now, kick across the ground to Harry Keast. Keast goes across the ground again, and that looks like Miles McCluggage, I reckon. He goes down the line. Not a good kick, and chipping in is Tommy Keast. He plays on immediately. They have to. A chance out there for South to relieve. It comes out there towards little Will White. Goes onto his left foot down the line. Oh, he's fallen over Shannon Becks. Oh, but they all fell over. The only bloke that stood up was Gallichan. I think he's going to go left foot. 1-on-1. McKinnon and Kelly. McKinnon in the front. Kelly a little soccer off the ground. He's going to go for another little soccer off the ground, but it's not good enough. It's forced over the line for one behind, and that was well done in the end there by Adam Wine. So the Roosters go to 12-12-84 in the Shojin Concrete scoreboard for 8. 32 of the North Warrnambool Eagles. We've played we just ticked into 18 minutes on the Battery Wheel time clock. Fourth quarter action, Hampden League Live today, brought to you by Sun Gold Milk.
51 points. I wouldn't have thought this at the start of the day, Blackie and Eyes.
No.
I would have thought it might have been a lot closer.
Yeah. Two of us went for South and two went for North. Who I wasn't here. But
no, I went for North.
I went the Roosters.
Must have been
Only Hilly.
You went for North.
I thought North might have been able to win, yep.
You blokes are no good at it.
Here comes Judah Green, one of the best mullets. Sort of got a bit of a Wayne Wiedemann mullet about him, Judah Green. Gets it to Smets, who's been a great contributor all day. Back to a running Green. Gets the handball out, looking for Keast. He'll go to Jackson Grundy. Good build-up. He'll kick from 45. Good goal. That's a great goal by Jackson Grundy. A snag of the day contender thanks to Lucas Brothers Snags. And they needed that, the Eagles, but it's too little too late, unfortunately. They go to 5-8-38. 12-11-83. And Eyes, probably one of their best build-ups they've had for some time.
Yeah, it is. Like you said, too little too late, but, nice to see them, get a little bit of run, isn't it? Because they haven't been able to do it all day.
So good to see they attack the corridor. Judah Green, with that long wavy hair, just running beautifully there and connecting with Smets, and a good handball out there to Jackson Grundy. So umpire Nathan Hoy throws it up nice and high. Tap down Vardy. Grundy got the clearing kick inside forward 50. Can they get two in a row? Oh, well trapped there by Nick Thompson. He's a star. Kicks it out wide. Finds Hussey. Some of the real experienced top-level players at the Roosters combining. And he'll just go happy to go short. Finds Henderson. I like the role that this kid plays. He's a real hybrid sort of player. A real connector. Goes to half
They're just
forward.
good everywhere, aren't they?
Yeah, there's not a lot of weak links by the Roosters. At the back here is Becks. Can he control the ball? He's certainly hot on the tail from his opponents, and he sees it over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. So 20 minutes in this final term is ticked over. The Roosters are going to win another game in season 2022. 12-11-83. They lead North Warrnambool 5-8-38. And once again, that raffle winner, 38770, Alan Blackburn. He's the man.
They should know over there by now that you've won it.
We've mentioned it many times.
We want a portrait of Alan coming up on the
That's right.
holding his winning ticket. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Well, there's going to be a boundary throw-in. The sheep are gathering up on top of the hills behind Brad McCosh's mansion. There's
Probably
Vardy.
sheep.
Probably are. Vardy taps it down. Going nowhere, there was the Roosters player. I can't quite pick up who it is way over there, but there'll be another ball up, and the sting well and truly gone out of this. We've ticked into 21 minutes on the Battery Wheel time clock. Almost 21 minutes. Big lead to the Roosters. Vardy, tap out. Come back to Smets. Couldn't control it. Comes out there towards, that was number 29, I think, for the Roosters, was Jetty Herman. But there'll be another ball up. out on that half-forward flank. It's going to be Vardy this time up against Kelly. Game number 150. You're going to celebrate with a win. Vardy got the tap out. It was good. Down to Birmingham. He jumps on top of it. Might have got pushed in the back. Yes, said the umpire. So Nathan Hoy says you can go back and take your kick, Jetty. You've been pretty good today too. Tried his heart out. You go short to Smets. He's been terrific as well. So Smets, he's going to come out wide. Good choice. It opens it up, but not before Will White chipped in and took a good diving mark for the Roosters. So White runs around on that left foot, goes long. He'll be one out. It's going to be Bex up against Wines, and getting back on the footy there was
Tommy Batten.
Tommy Batten, and Batten, good kick across the line. So he's found a teammate. That might be Keast, is it out there? Bailey Keast, I think, tucked in that back pocket. Hasn't got a lot of options, so he's going to have to go down the line. He goes short. Good little kick too. Came off. It went to Harry Keast. Back to Bailey Keast. Across back to the goal square. It almost went through for a point. Come back to Batten. They're moving it okay here. The Eagles controlling it well, and the good mark taken by Adam Wines. He had McKinnon further afield. Johnson further afield, but couldn't get there. Comes out towards little Felix Jones. Took a good contested mark in front of little Maxi Irving. So Felix Jones, just the one goal this afternoon from him. He goes short to James. Now he'll run around on his left foot. He does. He'll kick the ball down the line. Looking out there for Kelly. He'll have to fly from behind. Getting in front. Almost taking good mark was McKinnon, but the ball's gone over the line, out of bounds. Right in front of Alan Blackburn. Down on the boundary line for Rent for Keeps. And the Roosters have it well under control.
They have, mate. And Jed and Ricky Henderson's pulled the pin for the day. Took the strapping off the thumb, and he said, I've done enough.
He's not the only one pulling the pin either, Blackie, I don't think.
Yeah, Treaty Hill's going.
Yeah, I'm heading down to Geelong, boys. I've got to take the lad down to the footy.
Good
Possum, I'll let you guys do all the work for the last bit. So around the grounds and the awards.
Make sure you're doing right.
You just enjoy yourself, mate. We'll take control of things here. So where are we? We're on the half-back flank, and the Roosters have got it. It comes out to Rantel. So Rantel, half-back flank forward, the Roosters are well in control. And, yep. So Rantel,
we had a close one at where?
Yeah,
Cobden.
Down at Cobden. So actually, we might go around the grounds now, and we'll go down. Of course, the game down at down at Trang has it's been run and won. Of course, the Trang Mortlake Bloods beating the Portland Tigers. We'll go down to Henry Robinson at Cobden. And Henry, what's the latest down there, mate?
We're all over here, mate, and it's Cobden run our big winners. They kicked 8 goals to 1 in the last quarter, so Cobden 17-14, 1-16, defeating Hamilton Kangaroos 10-11-71. We've got a new Colt figure down here at the Bomberland boys. Big Mickey Coronius kicked 7 and certainly got the bar rocking in the last quarter.
7. Yeah, well, a goal in the meantime here, boys, to James Hussey. So the Roosters go on their merry way. Good on you, Henry. We'll be back to you shortly, mate, for a bit of a wrap up and your 3-2-1 voting for our Pit Stop Menswear Player of the Year. We might go now down to Spooky Sinnott. No Spook. Spook's not there, so we're not sure on the Warrnambool Camperdown clash there this afternoon. So a goal to the Roosters.
Warrnambool well in front.
Warrnambool well in front, sorry.
Yeah. So, boys, a goal to the
James Hussey.
To James Hussey, and he's first for this afternoon. We got Spook, so we'll head down there to get a latest from Spook.
Nearly all over here. It's 19-minute mark. Warrnambool 16-13, 109 and 9-12, 66. So pretty much all over.
Yeah, beautifully done. Good on you, Spook. We'll be back to you shortly for your wrap-up. And, back here, Jet Birmingham ran onto it. He couldn't gather. They're jumping all over him. Sammy Kelly was in there fighting for the footy, but he couldn't get it. So, a ball up. It's been a very congested game and contested game today. Vardy got the tap down, came towards Porter. He couldn't pick it up. Jumping in there for the Roosters. The ball spills out towards Luke Wines. Good play. Got it back out there towards Sinclair. Got it to James. James goes wide. Out to Bailey Keast. He was a late inclusion. He's played pretty well today for the Eagles, you must admit. And with a couple of injuries, he probably hold his spot. He goes short out there towards Tommy Batten. So it's good to see Big Tommy back. He's had a horror run this year with injuries.
Yeah, he just needs it smooth sailing from there.
He does, yeah. He just needs that continuity, Ice, because he's a beautiful kick, and that's no exception down towards Vardy. Couldn't take the mark. Running back onto it was that was Grundy. Couldn't quite gather it. Here's a chance for the Roosters. It comes out there towards that's little Maxi Irving. A good kick on a good mark, too, from behind. He might pay it. Well, is it a free kick to South? No, a mark. And I think it's been it's a free.
North. It's going to North.
Yeah, it's going to North. It's a free kick, and it's a mark out there to Adam Mines. So Adam Mines at centre half back. He's been at both ends of the ground today, but a little, not quite good enough for what the Eagles required today. Although he's been terrific. So out wide again to Keith. That's Bailey Keith. Got it from Porter. So we've ticked into almost 26 and a half minutes on the Battery World time clock. Roosters in control. There are plenty of numbers out this side, but they didn't really move it quick enough. So this is Wines again. Adam Wines. Now he'll switch it to Johnson. He's got Luke Wines a little bit shorter, but he's not going to use him. Felix Jones offers the lead. It goes in that direction. Flying from behind to elect the sport, but a good mark, good contested mark out there. Alan Blackburn by little Felix Jones in front of Xavier Farley.
He's tried hard.
He has.
He has tried very hard.
Might be having a run on the ball or up on the wing because he's done a couple of little defensive things late in this quarter. So Jones back pocket. A big group of players here. Is going to be a big pack. Big Vardy will come from behind. McKinnon couldn't affect the mark. And there's the siren to end the contest here this afternoon. And the Roosters have run out of big winners. In fact, they've run out 51-point winners over the North Warrnambool Eagles, 13-11-89. They've defeated the North Warrnambool Eagles 5-8-38. Alan Blackburn and Ice Kelson, an emphatic performance in the end by the Roosters.
Yeah, it was an emphatic, even performance, and pretty happy with the win too, as they should be. South Warrnambool, they just you could tell it meant a fair bit to them there today, and it'll build confidence for them too, I reckon, heading into a final series. So. But, yeah, look, there was just, well, without saying North were bad, because they weren't, they just weren't allowed to play any free-running footy. And South just, as I said earlier, just strangled them for the day.
They did indeed, and Blackie...
A bit disappointing. North only, South kicked 5 goals in the second half, and the North Warrnambool Eagles kicked 1 goal, 4. So... disappointing, and also, just to take 4 marks inside 50, that shows that South put pressure onto the midfield and their back line set up really well. So they had 14 marks inside 50. So, and they spread the goal kickers around. Will White kicked a couple, Sam Kelly a couple, Henderson kicked 3, Maxie Irving kicked a couple, and all singles to North Warrnambool Eagles. Unfortunately, a couple of injuries. Matty Wines with a calf, we think. Mullins is... with an injury as well, and also Jack Burke might have done his hammy, so unfortunate for the Eagles, but well done to South, and the defensive pressure was terrific, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely it was. And look, North have got some fellas to come back. At different stages through the year, they've probably had their issues with goals, haven't they? Been able to find goals and different avenues towards goal. Hence Vardy having spent a fair bit of time there, but it just wasn't a day for a Vardy to be forward today, just given the style and the shape of the ground.
Yep.
Because, as I said, it just made it so easy for South Warrnambool to team up on him. And whereas on a lot of days it might be a Chopper Lewis there that it leaves loose or whatever in the forward line for North, and he can do a bit of damage. But South are able to cover and close down. And look, they've got some issues, North. I think there's no question about that. They'll do a little bit of soul searching heading towards finals now, but I think it sort of rightly makes South Warrnambool maybe second favourite for the flag. I think it's hard to tip against a Koroit, but it certainly puts them right in there, given they beat Koroit throughout the season as well.
Yeah, they were great today. Boys, we might take a break. So 13-11-89, the Roosters 51-point victory over the North Warrnambool Eagles 5-8-38. We'll take a break and we'll come back with our fifth quarter post-game wrap, thanks to Conquest Pools, Warrnambool, Matty Kennedy and the crew. And... we'll go around the grounds for the boys' wrap-ups, a couple of really good results at other games, and we'll also come back and give our better players our votes and our award winners right after this.
Hampden League Live for Clinton Bolsh, Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, Harvey Norman Computers, Sungold Milk, and McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central. 3YBFM.
If there's one thing us Aussies know, it's great coffee. Like the best ever McCafe blend. Expertly made by baristas for a smooth, rich taste that hits the spot every time. Now that's coffee fit for an Aussie.
Fitz Media Productions is your online broadcast specialist. From meetings and special events to weddings, funerals and sport. Fitz Media's fully equipped mobile broadcast unit provides a professional, reliable live stream anywhere. Contact us today.
Woo! The footy's back, bigger and better than ever. Just like the boys at Peter Bosch Bridgestone, now offering full logbook servicing and mechanical. With tyres starting from $60 and zip pay available. Why go anywhere else? Peter Bosch Bridgestone, Ferry Street.
The Country Care Dental team listen, care and explain so you know you're in good hands. From no-gap cleaning to advanced procedures, they'll look after you. Open 8 to 7 weekdays in Hamilton and Camperdown. countrycaredental.com.au.
From trees to traffic, Carter Group is the home of fully trained arborists, offering tree removal, trimming and lopping of trees, along with on-site traffic management planners and high-quality traffic management. Visit cartergroup.com.au.
When building a new home, the first place to go is Greens Bricks and Windows. They stock PGH Bricks trend windows and doors with double glazing to all styles. Make the right choice. See Greens Bricks and Windows, 7 Robson Street, Warrnambool.
I'm Roma Britnell, your local Member of State Parliament. I'm working hard for you and for the South West Coast region to make sure we have a vibrant and prosperous place to live and work. I want to know what matters most to you, to hear your ideas on how to make South West Coast even better. You can email me, catch me on social media, or visit my office in Liebig Street. I'm here to work for you.
Authorised by Roma Britnell MP, 94 Liebig Street, Warrnambool, funded from parliamentary budget.
You gotta get down to Pontings, they're the expert crew, who are always here for you. It's where the locals go, and the tradies know. You gotta get down to Pontings. We've got ya. Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop. Time for you, time for me, loving everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. Sun don't.
3 steps. Design, plan and construct. Smith & Son Renovations and Extensions take care of all 3 steps to provide you with a smooth and cost-effective process. See Nathan and the team at Smith & Sons, Ferry Street, quality builders and reno specialists.
Did you know that Badeness Rural have 3 agronomists and an experienced in-store team to help service the needs of their clients? With the right advice and the latest in agriculture technology, they provide a tailored service specific to your farm needs. Helping you boost production and keeping costs in check is what they do best. From on-farm agronomy to decades of expertise in-store to help you get the best results. Call in and see them today. Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Caramit Road, Warrnambool.
Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater has all your fresh meats ready to go. And small goods handmade on the premises daily. Yeah! Find Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater at Lucas Brothers Butchers with easy, convenient drive-through. Corner of Banyan and Lava Streets, Warrnambool.
On 3YBFM, this is Hampden League Live for Harvey Norman Computers, Carter Group and Peter Bosch Bridgestone.